Star 95.1 Sports.
Dresden and South Fulton meet tonight with the Reelfoot Conference Championship on the line. Middle school football. Glad you're with us. Clay Cottom with Josh Moore. Both of these teams are 4-0 in conference play this year. Dresden comes in with an overall record of 5-1. South Fulton is undefeated at 6-0. And Josh, when you look at the numbers that both of these teams have posted, they have certainly been impressive this year.
Yeah, they both have a really healthy average points per game on offense. 34 points per game for Dresden, 41 points per game for South Fulton. Both are also pretty comparable on defensive points per game. Dresden a little bit better than South Fulton with 12.7 and South Fulton with 14.3. You look at the comparative win-loss record. Of course, South Fulton undefeated. Dresden's only loss was a close one to McKenzie. They're at McKenzie, and they won all their Reelfoot Conference games. And when you look at the margins of victory for Dresden versus the margins of victory for South Fulton, both of them are pretty similar, so it's going to be interesting to see who pulls out on top tonight in this conference championship. It's also homecoming tonight for South Fulton, so a festive, beautiful night. The weather is just perfect for football, and this is pretty neat. It's the first middle school game I've broadcast with at all, and what I'm really excited to see, Clay, are the referees tonight in their shorts. That's one of the unique things about junior high football. The refs get to go a little casual out there, so it's going to be fun to watch, and all of those white legs running around.
Well, their look may be casual with the shorts, but I know they won't be casual about the job that they do tonight, and they'll do great work, and we're glad to have them here officiating this important football game. You mentioned Dresden lost its season opener to McKenzie 32-28, but the Lions have won 5 in a row coming into tonight, beating Lake Road 35-0. Dresden beat Hillcrest 30-8. It was the Lions over Murray 31-0. Dresden beat Gleason 44-14, and then in the most recent game, Dresden beat Greenfield 36-22. So in the span of 5 games that they won, the Lions outscored their opponents 35-29 for a 26-point differential. And on the season, as Josh mentioned, outscoring their opponents by average of 21 points per game. Dresden has scored at least 28 points in all 6 contests this year and has scored 40-plus in one game this season against Gleason. For South Fulton, the Red Devils defeated Gleason 38-0 in the season opener, then beat Lake Road 32-0. The Junior Red Devils won over Greenfield 36-12. South Fulton beat Hillcrest 52-32. They defeated 2 Bluegrass State opponents, Ballard County 54-30 and Fulton County 34-12. Both teams, by the way, have 2 shutouts on the season. South Fulton outscoring their opponents by an average of 27 points per game. The Junior Red Devils have posted 32 points in all 6 games this year and have put 50 or more up in 2 games this year. It will be the first and only meeting between the Lions and Red Devils this season, Josh. They were scheduled to play a week ago tonight. Last Thursday would have turned around and then played again in this championship game, but because of the inclement weather, so many high school games rescheduled last week to Thursday night. The junior high games were canceled to allow the officials to work the high school games. So this one didn't happen last week. Instead, it's happening tonight for the Reelfoot Conference Trophy.
Yeah, I think really they had no choice when you move around dates and you start throwing a lot of high school games on Thursday nights. It's going to put a premium on referees, so good that they're able to play it tonight, and the weather is so much better tonight for football, and looking forward to seeing who will prevail tonight. As we said, this is a championship game. The coach for Dresden Middle School is Richard Ritz. The assistant coach is Ryan Austin and Jason Ritz. Also, Bobby Hampton, County Mayor Dale Hutcherson, as well as Justin West, who is the head boys basketball coach for Dresden Middle School. For the South Fulton Middle School Red Devils, head coach Jeremy McFarland, and then assistant coaches Jason Rodehaver and Chuck Surratt. When you're looking at who to be following as you hear us on the radio dial tonight for South Fulton, the host, you're going to be hearing a lot of Brady Parnell. He's going to be coming out of the backfield as a quarterback. He's got some size on him, so I'm thinking he's probably going to also be looking to run the ball, and they also look like they are practicing a lot of pass plays on the Lions side, Ethan Spalding, 8th grader for Dresden, is going to be hurling the ball down the field. He has been looking good in our pregame, and he is doing a really good job moving it down the field. So I haven't watched much of the middle school this year. Might be seeing maybe a difference in style tonight. One is more running focus, the other one more pass focus, so it'd be interesting to see which one prevails.
It certainly will. It's going to be the run game of South Fulton with Parnell, Allen, and Eaton out of the backfield against the pass-oriented offense of Dresden. Nathan Spalding has passed for 1,700 yards and 25 touchdowns this season. And we'll hear about this game and those matchups from the coaches next. And first up will be Coach Richard Ritz of Dresden, followed by South Fulton's Coach Jeremy McFarland. So stay with us as you listen to the Reelfoot Conference Championship game tonight on Star 95.1 Sports.
Come shop name brand living room suits at BB's Furniture and Mattress Gallery. BB's carries brands such as Ashley, Catnapper, Southern Motion, and Flex Steel love seats, sofas, and recliners with power options. Take a seat and raise your legs with the push of a button. Want to watch TV or read in comfort? Easily fix your view with a power adjustable headrest. 0% financing is available with approved credit. Get low prices every day with financing available at BB's Furniture and Mattress Gallery on Main Street in Martin.
I know some of you may have never been in a car accident, but for those that have, you know the grand experience of having to get several estimates and what a headache that can be. So if you want a high-quality insurance repair or even an old-school restoration with 100% customer satisfaction, go to JR's Body Shop in South Fulton. They're just off Highway 45 East, where no job is too big or too small. They get the work that you want done right the first time, and they greatly appreciate every single customer at JR's Body Shop in South Fulton.
In 1909, the first refreshing Coca-Cola was bottled in Union City, a tradition that's been continued by the Grant family for generations. Union City Coca-Cola is as woven into the fabric of our community as the streets we drive on, proudly supporting endeavors through the years, such as the Hometown Walk of Hope, the Soybean Festival Kids Day, Obion County Chimes for Charity, the Martin Parks and Recreation Easter Egg Hunt, and so much more. The staff of Union City Coca-Cola wants to thank you for supporting Coca-Cola and our hometown communities.
Hello, Red Devil fans. This is Dr. Michael Hawks from Hawks Family Dentistry. Victoria Graves and I would like to say good luck to the Red Devils football team. All of us here at Hawks Family Dentistry are proud supporters, and we are here cheering you on. I encourage everyone to show your pride and support for our Red Devils football team. Congratulations and go Big Red.
Principal Laura Pitts, the faculty, staff, and students of South Fulton Middle School would like to say good luck to the Red Devils football team. Play with heart, stay focused, and remember the entire South Fulton Middle School staff is cheering for you every step of the way. Give it your all and show them what South Fulton Red Devil pride is all about. Good luck, Red Devils, from everyone at South Fulton Middle School.
Fall has arrived at Southern Grace Boutique and Gifts in Dresden. As always, you can find the latest fashion trends, including waterproof 14-karat filled Aaron Gray jewelry and new designs. You know those chunky beaded necklaces you've been seeing on TikTok? You'll find them there, with new fashions from your favorite brands, along with cute accessories to coordinate. Southern Grace has brand new Tennessee game day attire arriving daily. Southern Grace is now carrying FDJ fashions as well. Don't miss a thing. Stop by Southern Grace on Highway 22 in Dresden today.
Star 95.1 Sports.
Clay Cottom with Dresden head coach Richard Ritz before tonight's Reelfoot Conference Championship game. The Lions and South Fulton. And Coach, first, congratulations to your team for making it here to the title game. 5-1, a great season so far.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We're really excited about it. You know, our kids worked really hard. You know, they all show up in the spring and go through summer workouts. And I told them at the beginning, I was like, if you work really hard, you have a chance to play for a conference championship. And, you know, we're just glad to see that fulfilled.
What's special about this year's team compared to maybe some of the others that you've coached?
Well, it's one of the first groups that I've had from 5th grade all the way until they were 8th grade. And we've got a really, really good quarterback. He's a special kid. He goes out every single day and works hard. He's a leader on the field. He's a leader in the classroom. And then we also have some really good leadership everywhere else, too. So we have really good wide receivers. We have really good running back. Our offensive line group has been the same all season long. So, just top to bottom offensively, we do a good job and, have really good leaders.
That's key, too, because you've got a big 8th grade class. 17 players on your team are in the 8th grade.
Yes, sir. And I'm really excited because, while we have a whole bunch of 8th graders, we also have a really good young group that's coming up behind them. And so those guys, they've all played together through Pee Wee. And then, this year is the 6th grade. They're really dynamic. And so having that good group of 8th graders to learn from has really been beneficial for those young guys.
Talk about this season. Dresden lost its first game of the year. Then the Lions have won 5 straight coming into tonight.
Yeah, we always like to have that really good, tough battle against McKenzie, who ended up going 8-0. And so, early on we were tested. And then after that, our guys just kind of really bought into what we were trying to do. And they've been focused every week and have gotten better every week.
Who are some of the players to watch tonight for Dresden? Who makes the Lions go?
Well, offensively, of course, it's our quarterback, Ethan Spalding, somewhere close to 1,700 yards passing, 25 touchdowns. And then one of his favorite targets, of course, is his running back, Caden Mount. We also have really good receivers in Colt Melton. We have Cannon Floyd, David Odell, and John Reese Allman. Defensively, we're led by Carson Jackson, who is a stud linebacker. I'm going to miss him next year on the field. But, we've got really good, talented players all over. And then we got a young guy, a 6th grader out there, Darius Barnett, that's going to be, big for the rest of, his middle school career.
How is it coaching in a program like Dresden? 10 of the last 13 conference championships have been won by the Lions. Is that any pressure coming into tonight, or is it just all about tradition?
Well, I have to go through the hallways every day and look at Coach Llewellyn, who started that win streak, and then I work very closely with Justin West, who continued that legacy. So there's a lot of pressure when it comes to those two guys, but we're going to be doing all right.
Well, you face South Fulton tonight, and what is it about the Red Devils that makes them a tough opponent tonight for a championship?
They're very well coached. They're big and physical, and so our job tonight is to slow down their 2 big guys that they have, number 10 and number 33. If we can slow those guys down, then I think we'll have a good shot at taking care of business.
Coach Richard Ritz, everybody, thanks for your time. Best of luck tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all very much.
We'll be back on our pregame with South Fulton coach Jeremy McFarland on Star 95.1 Sports.
Hello, I'm Susan Malone, president of the Citizens Bank. Every day, local community banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us as we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's going to college, opening a business, or purchasing your first home, the Citizens Bank is there for you. We want to be your lender in helping to make your dreams a reality. Stop by and see us at any of our branches located in Hickman, Fulton, or Union City. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fulton Funeral Home has been serving the people of Dresden and surrounding counties since 1915. Allison and Scotty Brewer, as well as Ronnie Sellers and Katie Baragi, aim at maintaining their tradition of personal attention to a family's needs in time of sorrow. Fulton Funeral Home's well-trained and licensed personnel are always ready to serve with sympathy and understanding. For complete funeral services, as well as pre-funded funerals, call Fulton Funeral Home in Dresden at 731-364-3101.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights, we switch TV channels, some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Tim Britt, right here in Fulton, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Tim and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Tim Britt, it's easy to switch and save. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The City of Dresden and Mayor Mark Maddox, along with the Dresden City Aldermen, take this time to honor and salute the Dresden Junior High Lions for earning a trip to the Reelfoot Championship game. Dresden is proud of your accomplishments and commends you for your school pride, sportsmanship, and great team efforts in representing the city of Dresden at the highest level. Congratulations, Dresden Junior High Lions, from the City of Dresden and the City Board.
Collisions are unexpected, but there's one thing that can be expected, and that's the trusted, reliable service of Greenfield Collision to get your vehicle back in great condition. Whether it's unibody, frame repair, headlight repair, or a new paint job, Bradley and his team at Greenfield Collision in Greenfield pay attention to every detail. They also work directly with all major insurance companies. Stop by Greenfield Collision on South Meridian Street or call 235-0076 for an appointment today. Just imagine, you begin your weekend DIY project and you open your toolbox to find everything you need on the first try. That's what it's like when you visit Builder Supply in South Fulton. With Builder Supply tool rentals, you can get your hands on the tools and equipment you need to do the job right every time. Yard work and landscaping, home renos, building a deck, or even a kid's treehouse. See the folks at Builder Supply in South Fulton to rent exactly what you need. Builder Supply in South Fulton, your official do-it-best rental center.
Star 95.1 Sports.
South Fulton coach Jeremy McFarland joins us before tonight's Reelfoot Conference Championship game. The Red Devils taking on Dresden. And Coach, first, congratulations on your team making it to this title game.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Been a long season with many interruptions, and glad to finally get to this one.
It's been a great season for South Fulton, 6-0 coming into this game.
So far, so good. We've had a lot of momentum. We've had, like the interruptions I spoke about, we had 3 different bye weeks due to weather-related cancellations, which, you don't want one bye week, much less 3, but the kids remained focused, and we rattled off 6 in a row to get here, so we're excited to play.
Tell us about your team this year.
We are 8th grade heavy. It's one of the biggest 8th grade groups I've had in several years. We've got 14. Majority of them are starters, or at least in the rotation at some point. Our offense has been the key. Not that we've played bad defense, but we've been able to run the ball effectively against everybody we played. Put some points on the board with explosive run plays. We'll throw the ball when we need to, but we're definitely a run-first team, and just try to win the game in the trenches.
Impressive stats and similar to Dresden, in fact, but South Fulton comes in tonight averaging 41 points a game and giving up 14, so this is a team that's strong on both sides of the football.
Yeah, we've scored some points. Now some of those scores are a little bit deceiving. We've given up some in games that were out of hand at halftime, and we put some young guys in, and we've also scored some touchdowns with the young guys in games that were blowouts early. But yeah, consistency's been our biggest key. We've moved the ball well, and we've been able to find the end zone on drives. It's nothing flashy. We're not going to have a 2-3 play scoring drive. It's going to be grinded out 9, 10, 12 plays, and hopefully end up with some points on the board.
Who are some of the players that make the Red Devils go?
Well, the backfield really makes it go. Usually it's your offensive line, but we're very inexperienced on the O-line. We've got 1 returning starter from last year, so we've got some new faces and 3 7th graders on the line, which have been doing a pretty good job, and a first-year 8th grader. So that's been huge. But our backfield consists of Brady Parnell, Jaquan Eaton, Bentley Allen, and Parker Dowdy. The 4 of those guys split carries in all different directions, and they've been the force, both blocking and running the football for us.
Talk about that 8th grade group. I know large in number with 14, but how have they carried the team as far as leadership this season?
Parker's probably by far our leader. Brady does a good job as well. But those were 2 guys that were thrown in the mix as 6th graders. When we had low numbers, they weren't really ready to play, but we didn't have a choice. So they took their lumps as a 6th grader and sort of learned how things were supposed to be done, and they've excelled this year in their 8th grade year, leading some of the younger 8th graders, because I do have a couple first-time 8th graders, and just kind of keeping control when the players should be in control without a coach having to do it.
With both teams being undefeated in the conference, what is the advantage of playing this championship game at home tonight?
Well, hopefully we have a big crowd. We got a lot going on. We've got a high school volleyball game on the road. Our middle school softball team is playing in the county tournament right now as we speak. So hopefully it doesn't hurt the crowd too much. But home field advantage is always something at any level. It's a big deal, and playing on the the place you get to practice, the atmosphere you're used to. Hopefully that will swing a little momentum and give us a little edge.
Finally, Dresden is the opponent tonight. What is it that makes the Lions a tough opponent?
Well, in my opinion, is they throw the ball well. They got a really good quarterback. They got receivers that'll go get it. Most middle schools don't have that. Most middle schools, either they got a kid that can throw but can't protect it, or they got a kid that can throw and no one that can go get it. But they've from what I've seen, they've got a combination of all those things. So it's going to be a challenge in the secondary because we've probably seen a total of 10 passes in 6 games because most of our opponents have been run heavy. So we'll probably see more throws in the first quarter than we've seen all year long. So how we adjust and how we play our coverage is going to be big in determining whether we have a chance to win this game or not.
Coach McFarland, thanks for your time and best of luck tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you guys being here.
That's South Fulton head coach Jeremy McFarland. We thank Coach McFarland as well as Dresden coach Richard Ritz for joining us in the pregame tonight, leading up to the Lions and the Red Devils in this Reelfoot Conference Championship game. And Josh, we're getting set for the captains to make their way onto the field. And for South Fulton, it's going to be Parker Dowdy as well as Jaquan Eaton and Brady Parnell, as well as Andrew Crittenden, and see if you can spot some of those Dresden captains along the way. We have all of the 8th graders lined up on the out-of-bounds line for South Fulton, but only 4 went out to midfield for the coin toss.
I think we're going to have a hard time seeing some of the numbers for Dresden. I can't make any of them out. I will mention also, I don't know if you just said that, but all of the South Fulton 8th graders are on the sideline. That's 14 total 8th graders you heard from Coach McFarland. That's an amazing number of upperclassmen for this junior high class, and they're going to be going off to high school next year. So South Fulton football looks bright for the future, and they're all out there as co-captains, and so it's a special night for them.
It certainly is. 8th grade recognition was held just about an hour ago before the warm-ups, and we see that the coin has been tossed. And Dresden has won the toss, and they have elected to receive. So the Lions will have the football first, and we will get set for kickoff here in just a moment. Tessa Snyder is our studio engineer tonight. Get ready. Kickoff is next between Dresden and South Fulton in this Reelfoot Conference Championship game from South Fulton on Star 95.1 Sports.
State Representative Tandy Darby understands the importance of the student athletes and team mentality. Tandy Darby was a student athlete in high school, and he graduated from the University of Tennessee at Martin with an ag business degree. Tandy knows it takes dedication and determination to be successful in both the classroom and on the court and field. That's why Representative Tandy Darby is proud to recognize and support our student athletes and commends them for their hard work and dedication as they strive to be the very best at all they do.
Fall and Fall Insurance in downtown Fulton is your independent insurance agency, always ready to serve you. Fall and Fall Insurance can help with auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance. Fall and Fall Insurance represents many fine companies and has been insuring those in West Tennessee and Western Kentucky since 1890. Call them at 270-472-1061 or stop by their office at 306 Main Street in Fulton. Get covered. Call Melissa Sellers or Harrison Hawks at Fall and Fall Insurance today.
Star 95.1 Sports.
South Fulton, the home team, wearing the red jerseys, white pants. And as Josh pointed out in the pregame, some players have red helmets, some have white. I'm sure there's some distinction there, but that's what we have for the Red Devils tonight. And for Dresden, gray jerseys, black numerals with gold trim, and black helmets and pants. And so we'll do our best to decipher the numbers on the Dresden jerseys here. Probably fine for the referees, as you said a moment ago, but we have some distance up here in the press box. Brady Parnell will kick it off to South Fulton. He kicks right to left as we see it from the home stands at South Fulton, and the catch will be made by Floyd at the 35-yard line, and he will be stopped for no gain, maybe a loss of 1 on the return.
He lost the ball on the way down, but they're calling it dead by contact, so that's going to be 1st and 10 on the Dresden 34-yard line to start this drive.
So the Lion offense will come to the line of scrimmage. That was Cannon Floyd on the return. Quarterback Ethan Spalding We mentioned in the pregame, 1,700 yards passing, 25 touchdowns. Caden Mount is the running back in the backfield. The wide receivers, Colt Melton, Cannon Floyd, and David Odell. The tight end, Noah Radiker, and the offensive linemen, Phoenix Vital, Carson Moorfield, Carson Jackson, Keelan Adams, and Caden Platt. Ball at the Dresden 34-yard line on the first play from scrimmage, and the handoff is there maybe for a gain of 1 or 2, and that's Caden Mount who got the carry, the leading rusher on this Lion team.
Yeah, good penetration there by South Fulton. Caden Mount was met as he got the ball. Lucky to get to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the rush by Mount. Brings up second down, 2nd and 10.
He's probably setting up a pass play here. See how Ethan Spalding can respond to that no gain.
South Fulton's defense, Orion Clark and Andrew Crittenden at defensive tackles. Parker Dowdy and Brady Parnell are the defensive ends. Inside linebackers, Bentley Allen and Jaquan Eaton. The outside linebackers, Jamison Barkley and Corbin Wilson. The cornerbacks, Jacob Cooley and Jerron Martin. And the safety is Kavadi Miller.
A lot of personnel changes there for Dresden. I was trying to see if do they have play clocks in middle school? I don't know, Clay. Do you?
There's somebody keeping a time down there on the field. Here is a drop back to pass, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield. Quarterback Spalding. And on the tackle, they got back there in a hurry for South Fulton. It'll be a loss as the quarterback is sacked.
Yeah, South Fulton's got a lot of size. This 8th grade class is very big up front there. Front line for Dresden's not able to get much of a block on them, so that was a 10-yard loss there for Ethan Spalding, and now it's a long 3rd and 20. 3rd and 18.
Yeah,
really.
3rd and 18, they say. Ball at the line, 26-yard line after the sack. Now Spalding drops back to pass. Pressure. He flings it down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. He had a receiver at about the 45-yard line, but he overthrew his target, and that'll bring up a Dresden 4th down.
Ethan, again, hurried. He got it out at the last second, just didn't have a chance to really get it to him in stride. So this is going to be a punt play here for the Dresden Middle School. And South Fulton very pleased with their stand-on defense. Now they're highly touted offense here on 4-0 in conference play. Going to have a chance to get on the field.
South Fulton's defense did make a stand on this first Dresden possession. Both of these teams have good defenses. Here is the snap, and we have a pre-snap penalty. It's going to be a false start as the man came in motion on the punt, and so that will back the Lions 5 yards. So the ball will be moved to the 21-yard line, now facing 4th and 23. Just into this ball game, 6 minutes, 28 seconds. So we should mention that middle school football, we have 8-minute quarters, so we're about a minute and a half into this one. Dresden's had his first possession, and the Lions will punt it away. And here's the punt, and it goes right up and comes down. It went, Josh Moore, no yards. In fact, it went back 1 yard.
Yeah.
Let's see. Caden Mount was the punter. It went right up and down, and good pressure by South Fulton, and the Red Devils are in business at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, Caden was not far back. I think it was just trying to help the long snapper get it to him, but that allowed a South Fulton defender to get into the face of Caden Mount. And I'm thinking it was blocked as it came off the foot because it died on contact.
Good point. Might have had a hand on it. So South Fulton has the ball at the line, 21-yard line, with 6:24 to go in the first. 1st and 10. And here comes the South Fulton offense directed by quarterback Brady Parnell. He has 2 backs in the backfield. He's going to keep it himself. He goes to the left side, and he plows forward to about the 15-yard line for a gain of near 6 yards.
Yeah, he's got a lot of size coming out of that quarterback position. Really, I would assume it's more like a wildcat for South Fulton, and he was not even thinking about passing it. He just tucked it and ran. And if they're going to get 6 yards of carry, they're just going to march it right down to pay dirt on this first drive.
For South Fulton, Parnell the quarterback, Bentley Allen the tailback, Jaquan Eaton the fullback, Parker Dowdy in the slot. The receivers are Kavadi Miller and Corbin Wilson. On 2nd and 4 from the Dresden 15. Here's a man in motion. He'll get the handoff around the left side. And this is Dowdy, and Dowdy is to the 5-yard line. So Parker Dowdy picks up 10 yards and gives South Fulton 1st and goal.
That was a reverse sweep for Parker Dowdy coming out of the right end, and he came over to the left and got the first down, 1st and goal for South Fulton. 2 big chunk plays there on the ground for South Fulton, and Dresden's going to have to bow back with it being on the 6-yard line.
Parnell for 6th and Dowdy for officially 9. It's 1st and goal at the 6. 5:20 to go in the first quarter. No score, but the Red Devils are knocking. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Allen. Allen goes forward and then is pushed back. Nice defensive play by the Lions up front. The offensive line, by the way, for the Red Devils at guard, Bryson Schote and Colton Herring. Offensive tackles are Andrew Crittenden and Matthew Hightower. And the center is Parker Wilson. They'll give Allen 1 yard on the play down to the 5-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was a run up the gut, and Allen met their nose tackle for Dresden, and that is I'm trying to get the number. I think it's Ethan Howell or Eduardo.
Snap goes to Parnell. Parnell's going to go roll to the right and turn it up and into the end zone for a South Fulton touchdown. So with 4:34 remaining in this first quarter, South Fulton strikes first and the Red Devils lead 6-0.
Another up-the-gut run and quick strike there for South Fulton. They're asserting themselves early in this game.
See as
I don't think we're going to have any kicks tonight on PAT attempts, so this is going to be a 2-point conversion. I'm assuming they're going to do pretty much a carbon copy play that they ran to get into the end zone.
Jamison Barkley came onto the field. He's the receiver to the near side. They have a receiver to the far side as well. And a man in motion, and the give is to the running back, and he's going to turn and go into the end zone. This is Jaquan Eaton on the 2-point conversion run. It's good, and South Fulton leads 8-0. Timeout on the field with 4:34 remaining in the first quarter, and we're back in 1 minute on Star 95.1 Sports.
It's not every day you come across quality furniture combined with everyday low prices. BB's Furniture and Mattress Gallery aims to make furniture affordable for everyone. Come check out our selection of furniture or visit our online store from the comfort of your home. Finding all the furniture for your home has never been this easy. Whether you're looking for sectionals for your living room, benches for your dining room, a group for your bedroom, or a desk for your home office, BB's Furniture and Mattress Gallery has got you covered.
I know some of you may have never been in a car accident, but for those that have, you know the grand experience of having to get several estimates and what a headache that can be. So if you want a high-quality insurance repair or even an old-school restoration with 100% customer satisfaction, go to JR's Body Shop in South Fulton. They're just off Highway 45 East, where no job is too big or too small. They get the work that you want done right the first time, and they greatly appreciate every single customer at JR's Body Shop in South Fulton.
Star 95.1 Sports.
The kickoff fielded by Cannon Floyd. He dropped it. Now he has it, and he may score. 30 to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Dresden. And after South Fulton scores on its opening possession, Dresden responds, and Cannon Floyd returns the kickoff, Josh, about 65 yards for a score.
Yeah, it was a pooch kick, kind of similar to the one on the first drive, and he caught it and was weaving in and out, shedding tackles, and then all of a sudden he shed the last tackle. There's nobody left, and he just ran it all the way back. What a great response there, Cannon Floyd and the Dresden Lions.
Nobody to beat past about midfield, and Floyd returns it all the way for a Dresden touchdown. So with 4:16 to go in the first quarter, now 8-6, but Dresden will try to tie it on the 2-point conversion attempt. Here come the Lions, and the quarterback is going to keep it. This is Spalding. He moves forward, but is stopped short of the goal line at about the 1, and so South Fulton makes a stand. Since we had such a quick score, Josh will keep it here to say that South Fulton scored in 3 plays after the punt gave them field position deep in Dresden territory. It was Brady Parnell scoring at a 5-yard touchdown run, and Jaquan Eaton running it for the 2-point conversion, and the Red Devils led 8-0. But that lead was short-lived, as on the ensuing kickoff, Cannon Floyd returns it 65 yards for a score, and then Ethan Spalding runs it in for the 2-point conversion, and we are tied at 8 with 4:16 remaining. Thank you. Spalding was stopped short. Thanks, Josh. So 8-6. South Fulton does still lead with 4:16 remaining in the first.
Yeah, Ethan Spalding was looking for a hole to go through on that quarterback keeper sneak, and it plugged up real quick. He got to maybe the 1 yard line and was pushed back. No good on the 2-point conversion. So South Fulton retains the lead, but now it's only 2 points, and Dresden's kicking it off now to South Fulton for South Fulton to come on their second drive of the night.
The Red Devil offense will get the ball right back, and looking at these averages, Josh, I thought there was a good chance we would have a high-scoring game, although both defenses have only averaged about 2 touchdowns, given up 2 touchdowns a game. Here on the return, and this is going to be Allen, and Allen rolls to his left, and he has room to the 35, to the 40, splitting defenders out to the 41-yard line. So a really nice return there by Bentley Allen to give South Fulton good field position at their own 41.
Yeah, that was a good run back for the return, and he got shed some more tackles, kind of like the Dresden Cannon Floyd, but this time he got pulled down at the 42. Good field position here for this run-heavy offense, and as Clay was saying, those 3 plays on the ground that led to the score in the last drive. Parker Dowdy with the long run for 10 yards on a reverse sweep, and let's see what they pull up here on the first play of the drive.
Set up the Dresden defense momentarily, but coming to the line with a full backfield is quarterback Parnell for South Fulton. Eaton goes in motion, and Parnell's going to take the snap and keep it. He runs forward to the 45 and out near the 46-yard line. So a good gain of about 3 on first down. They mark it just past the 45.
Good wrap-up tackle there by Caden Mount, even though it was a 4 to 5 yard carry there for Brady Parnell. Good job meeting him. As I said, Brady Parnell, bigger guy, tough to tackle. Good job by the DB to get him down for that. It's second down and 6.
Lions have Darius Barnett, Phoenix Vital, and Keelan Adams up front. The linebackers Connor Moorfield, Landon Kennedy, Carson Jackson, and Caden Mount, and the defensive backs are Colt Melton, David Odell, John Reese Allman, and Cannon Floyd. The give on second down, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, maybe moves forward for a gain of 1, and this is the ball carrier, Bentley Allen.
Bentley Allen's the only one that really hasn't had a lot of success. He's had 2 carries for 1 yard apiece. So important down here for Dresden to get off the field after surrendering the touchdown the last drive on a short field. See what they do here.
It just went under 3 minutes to go in this opening quarter. South Fulton 8, Dresden 6 in this Reelfoot Conference Championship game. Red Devils have it at their own 47, facing 3rd down and 5. Receiver to either side. Parnell waits for the snap. He's going to roll to his right, and he's going to keep it. He has it to midfield. It's going to be tackled short of the line to gain, right at the 50. So a gain of about 3, but he needed 5, so it'll be 4th and 2.
And I thought Parnell had it all the way. They had it set up with blockers, and we don't know who made that tackle. We couldn't see the number, but good job by Dresden making the stop. I think they're probably going to go for it here. It's 4th and 1.5, 2 yards on the 50-yard line. I would say that Coach McFarland trusts his defense. Of course, the defense they did show up on the first play and first drive and did very well. Let's see if they get the 4th down conversion here.
The analytics say go for it here, Josh, on 4th and 2 from midfield. South Fulton and the Red Devils have just drawn Dresden off sides, and the chains will move due to the penalty.
I think they were going to go for it regardless, but why not try to draw them offside and save the bother? And that's exactly what happened. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line of the Lions. So smart play there for South Fulton to try to get the penalty drawn, and that's exactly what happened.
This will be the 4th play of this drive for South Fulton with 1:40 left in this first quarter. South Fulton 8, Dresden 6. Red Devils had a short field, scored on their first possession, and then Dresden returned the ensuing kickoff for a score, missed on the 2-point conversion, the run. So on first down, Parnell hands to the running back. This is Dowdy. Dowdy tries to turn it up, and he's going to be tackled for a loss of about 2 there. A good job getting to the football by the Lion defense.
Yeah, a really good job of pursuit. Again, Caden, that was Caden Mount there, last guy to get up out of the pile. He was integral to getting up into the running back to stop his momentum and get some reinforcements for the tackle. It's 2nd down and 12 to go on this second 1st and 10 of this drive. And trying to see where Caden Mount sets up. I think he is one of the defensive backs on this Dresden Middle School team.
That was slated to be to start at inside linebacker, but he may be playing up here on 2nd and 12 from the Dresden 47 for the Red Devils. Parnell gets it, and on the reverse, it's Eaton. Eaton tries to turn it up and falls forward for maybe 3 yards. He got just past the original line of scrimmage, but no more.
Great job stringing that out, trying to see who that player was. It's going to be the end of the first quarter, and Dresden's doing a good job here on defense, making it 3rd and 10.
Eaton got the 2 yards back from the loss on the previous play, and that will be the final play of this first quarter. We've played one here at South Fulton tonight in middle school action for the Reelfoot Conference Championship with the score South Fulton 8, Dresden 6. We'll return in 1 minute on Star 95.1 Sports.
In 1909, the first refreshing Coca-Cola was bottled in Union City, a tradition that's been continued by the Graham family for generations. Union City Coca-Cola is as woven into the fabric of our community as the streets we drive on, proudly supporting endeavors through the years, such as the Hometown Walk of Hope, the Soybean Festival Kids Day, Obion County Chimes for Charity, the Martin Parks and Recreation Easter Egg Hunt, and so much more. The staff of Union City Coca-Cola wants to thank you for supporting Coca-Cola and our hometown communities.
Hello, Red Devil fans. This is Dr. Michael Hawks from Hawks Family Dentistry. Dr. Victoria Graves and I would like to say good luck to the Red Devils football team. All of us here at Hawks Family Dentistry are proud supporters, and we are here cheering you on. I encourage everyone to show your pride and support for our Red Devils football team. Congratulations and go Big Red.
Star 95.1 Sports.
Starting this second quarter, it's 8-6 South Fulton. South Fulton with the ball with a 3rd down and 10 at the Dresden 45-yard line. Want to shout out number 2. That is Cannon Floyd. Did a good job on that last play, keeping it inside. He and number 5, John Reese Allman, stringing that play out to make it 3rd and 10.
South Fulton on the 3rd down play, and Parnell's going to throw it down the field as a receiver. Overthrew him at the 10-yard line. The intended receiver was Parker Dowdy, but nice coverage down the field. David Odell had coverage on the pass, and it'll be 4th down.
Great job, Keelan Adams rushing Parnell. Of course, Parnell and the South Fulton offense is looking to try to catch Dresden off kilter there. That's their first pass play of the night, and he threw it too far for his receiver.
Josh, offensive stats through the first quarter. South Fulton, 24 yards of total offense. Dresden with -8. Of course, South Fulton had the short field after the Dresden punt with their first time with the football and scored. Then Dresden returned the kick. That's why we don't have much yardage to speak of, but both teams are on the scoreboard. South Fulton going for it here on 4th and 10. The ball at the Dresden 45. Parnell drops back, throws it down the field. He has a receiver across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. It hit the intended target, and that's Jaquan Eaton. Again, good coverage downfield, but the pass falls incomplete, and Dresden will take over.
Having a hard time seeing who that was on defense, but I'm going to say it was Caden Mount or Colt Melton with that good coverage. He jumped at the very last second to disrupt that play. So turnover on downs, and Dresden takes over at their own 45-yard line.
South Fulton put together a 6-play drive, but they come up empty after going for it on 4th down and throwing the incompletion. So just into the second quarter, 7:54 left before halftime. South Fulton leading 8-6 over Dresden. And here come the Lions on 1st down. It's a screen pass complete from Spalding to the receiver, and he goes forward for a gain of about 5. Let's see who made that catch, Josh. And it's Caden Mount who made the catch. Tackled by Orion Clark. Out to the 49-yard line. for a gain of 4.
That was a screenplay, and good job by Caden Mount avoiding the tackles and getting 5 yards. See what they do here on second down. Not been really good or successful on the ground. 0 yards and a -8 sack for Ethan Spalding. So we're going to see him throw the ball a lot. This is their only second possession of the game. They did score on that kickoff return.
On 2nd and 6, Spalding drops back. He passes over to the near side. That's the left side. It's going to be incomplete, overthrown, and the intended receiver there for the Lions was John Rees-Ullman.
Yeah, Spalding cooked it, just overthrew him. But he's got a really good release. He's very calm in the pocket. I think he's going to have a good future as a quarterback at the next level. Of course, Ethan is a 8th grader, so he'll be looking to be one of the backups, maybe push for the starting position next year.
Dresden with their projected starters anyway tonight, all 8th graders. And the Lions now draw South Fulton offside, so the Lions will be able to advance the ball 5 yards.
Which should give them close to the first down. They're calling it 3rd down and inches, so might be a good idea to try for a quarterback sneak here or something quick. They're in the part of the field where if they don't make it on this one, I'd go for it again on 4th down. So trying to get their first down of the night.
Dresden faces 3rd and 1, the ball at the South Fulton 46. A bunch package, and they're going to do exactly that, and Spalding plows forward for the first down. Needed 1, got about 3, Josh.
Yeah, no doubt on that. He just didn't worry about finding a seam. He just followed his center right down for 3 yards in the first down. They're now on the South Fulton 44-yard line.
Lions with the ball in Red Devil territory with 6:40 to go here in the second quarter. Score remains South Fulton 8, Dresden 6, but the Lions are looking to take the lead here on this possession.
That was a big stop for the Dresden defense in the last exchange.
Receiver either side. Spalding drops back. Great blocking. He's going to throw it down the field. Had a receiver. He lost his footing. A flag comes in late. The intended receiver down the field will get a number there, but the flag is at the 30-yard line, Josh.
Yeah, I thought the blade of grass tripped up the receiver, but apparently it was a trip by the South Fulton defender. A lot of you could hear the South Fulton faithful thinking that's not going to be a pass interference. But it looks like they're going to be walking it down for a penalty on South Fulton.
So back-to-back penalties. The 5-yard offsides, and now a pass interference, 15 yards, and now another marker, and this one's over on the South Fulton sideline. So, Josh, we have a pretty good idea of what this is.
Either sidewarn warning or personal foul or unsportsmanlike conduct. Let's see what they're saying.
We'll see if it is of the variety which will require the yardage to be marked off, and indeed it is unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, that's 30 yards on this one play, and not anything happened. It was an incomplete pass that netted 30 yards in penalties, so not what you want to see from the South Fulton side of things. Dresden set up nicely on the 15-yard line, 14-yard line.
35 yards of penalties on this drive against the South Fulton defense, or against South Fulton, gives Dresden the ball at the Red Devil 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's see if Dresden can punch it in inside the scoring zone. Receiver either side with a running back, and here's the handoff. It's going to Mount. Mount runs down, and he makes a cut, and he goes into the end zone for a Dresden touchdown.
Off tackle, delayed handoff, and Mount sliced his way through for 6 points and a Dresden lead.
Mount started straight ahead, then cut to his right, found some running room, and he scores. So Dresden takes the lead with 6:13 remaining in the second quarter. Lions 12, South Fulton 8, and Dresden will try for the 2-point attempt.
This is an important 2-point conversion attempt for Dresden. They're only up by 4 points right now, so they want to bring it back up to 6.
After missing the earlier 2-point conversion on their first score. Good point. Here it is. Spalding. No, this is Mount with the direct snap. He runs around the right side. He turns it in and scores. So Caden Mount had the 14-yard touchdown run and runs it in for the 2-point conversion to give Dresden a 14-8 advantage over South Fulton with 6:13 remaining in this second quarter. We'll return in 1 minute on Star 95.1 Sports.
Principal Laura Pitts, the faculty, staff, and students of South Fulton Middle School would like to say good luck to the Red Devils football team. Play with heart, stay focused, and remember the entire South Fulton Middle School staff is cheering for you every step of the way. Give it your all and show them what South Fulton Red Devil pride is all about. Good luck, Red Devils, from everyone at South Fulton Middle School.
Star 95.1 Sports.
Well, that was a good response by Dresden with the stop on defense, and they marched down with a lot of help from the men in stripes with 2 costly penalties on South Fulton. At 6:13 to go in the second quarter, it's Dresden 14, South Fulton 8 in this Reelfoot Conference Championship and South Fulton homecoming night, last game of the season, Clay.
Dresden scores in 3 plays, goes 55 yards in a minute 41. A lot of those yards were penalty yards against South Fulton. On the return, Here is Dowdy, and Dowdy is brought down by his own man as Allen collided with Dowdy on the return, and so not as much as it could have, but still a pretty good return out near the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate. They didn't see each other. They collided, crossed feet, and that was going to be probably for another 10, 15 yards before they even touched a defender from Dresden. So that's a lucky break again for Dresden. They got him down at the 30-yard line. With middle school, that's a pretty far distance to go. And Dresden did a good job stopping South Fulton in that last drive.
Still early in the second quarter, but Dresden has the momentum now, having scored back-to-back touchdowns, and the Red Devils need to do something here with the football. On 1st and 10, ball at their own 30. Spalding takes the snap, and he's going to run it between the tackles, and it's Parnell. Here's Spalding on the other side, and he is knocked down around the 35-yard line. So a gain of 5 by Parnell.
Yeah, that's tackled by Carson Jackson to prevent it from being more than 5 yards, but that's a good pickup there by Parnell out of the backfield. His 5th carry, and he has 23 yards of rushing tonight.
It will be 2nd and 5 for South Fulton. Ball now at the Red Devil 35-yard line. 5.5 minutes to go before halftime. And Dresden leading in the game 14-8 over South Fulton. Red Devils have a receiver either side. And this package, Josh, you called it the Wildcat earlier.
That or wishbone or something. A lot of backs back there.
Yeah, it's a full backfield, but this time it's Parnell who's going to run the ball. He's near the first down marker, out around the 40 to the 41-yard line. And it looks like Parnell on 2 runs has picked up South Fulton a first down.
He's just hard to tackle, coming right out of the backfield as the quarterback, and that's his 29th yard of the night, his first down conversion, setting up nice and now at the 41-yard line.
Aiden Wright is into the game. Jamison Barkley back in, so South Fulton is substituting some on offense. We've seen the same from Dresden so far in this game. Different personnel on the field. So South Fulton on first down, 1st and 10, and the handoff is going to be near a first down. Aiden Wright, who just entered the game, took the snap, and the carry, Josh, was by whom?
I'm not sure. I think it was Parnell with the play. So that was a 9-yard carry, but different quarterback, but handed it to the same guy. It's kind of like different start, same result for Blake Parnell.
There you go. We had a situation where about 3 players went out of the game and 3 went in, so we wanted to sort that out. But
I'm going to give him credit. It may not have been him, but I'm giving him credit. I think that's who it was that was running. I was focused on trying to find out who the quarterback was, and I forgot to see who ran the ball, but I'm going to give him credit. So that's the unofficial answer.
Good for a 9-yard run either way, out to midfield. It's 2nd and 1. Red Devils to the line of scrimmage. Wright takes the handoff, and he gives to Eaton. And Eaton tries to find the corner on the right side, but he's going to be pinned up there. He only needed a yard. He got maybe to the line to gain, so we'll see if he picked up the first down.
Yeah, they gave him some forward progress, and they are going to, I think, they're moving it for a first down. It says 1st and 10 into Dresden territory for South Fulton.
The ball was marked at the Dresden 49-yard line, which is what South Fulton needed for that first down. So the sticks move for the Red Devils, and now with 3:15 remaining in this second quarter, the Red Devils, who trail in the game 14-8 to Dresden, are now moving the football and have it on the Lions side of the field. Here's Wright, who's now playing quarterback, and the handoff is going to Parnell, and Parnell is going to run hard up the middle and pick up about 8 yards.
You know, they're picking up 7, 8, 3 yards, but one of the issues is we only have 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go. This is middle school ball, and if Dresden can just bend and not break, perhaps they can prevent South Fulton from scoring going into halftime, and that might be one of the ways that they can stay on top.
It looked maybe like 8, but officially it was 6 yards. Still a good run by Parnell to bring up 2nd and 4. Ball at the Dresden 43-yard line. Clock moving, as Josh mentioned here, and the Red Devils trying to at least tie or take the lead even better before halftime. We have movement and the penalty marker pre-snap.
It's going to be a false start against South Fulton. That is their. I'm going to try to fix this, but they probably got about 50 yards now in penalties in this first half.
3 penalties, I know, on the drive where Dresden scored the go-ahead touchdown earlier this quarter. So now 2nd and 9. Coming in motion is Dowdy. Dowdy is around the right side, and he's going to be knocked down around the line of scrimmage. Maybe no gain here. And a good job Dresden's defense is getting to the football.
Yeah, that was that was Landon Kennedy with good pursuit and preventing any gain. So it's backed up to 3rd down and 9. Who was the one who ran it, that play there?
That was Dowdy.
All right, thank you.
So with no gain on the rush, 3rd down and 9, ball at the Dresden 48 for South Fulton. Wright takes the snap, gives to Parnell. Parnell around the left side. He's going to be pulled down at around the 42-yard line. So a gain of about 6.
Yeah, good job by the Dresden defense denying him the first down. It's 4th and 3. And as I said, yeah, they're making some progress, but it's now a minute to go. And if they don't make a quick strike, of course, this is a 4th down conversion. They're not going to be able to score in this last drive of the second quarter.
Big play here as the clock moves under 1 minute to play. Now 50 seconds remaining before the teams head to the locker room. South Fulton has it 4th and 3. Ball at the Dresden 42-yard line. Dresden came up with a stop on the last time South Fulton had it 4th down. Can they do it again? Parnell will take the snap this time, and he's going to run it around the left side, cuts it up, 1st down and more to the 35-yard line. So Parnell picks up 7, about 8.
It's going to be a timeout on South Fulton. We'll take a break here with 30 seconds to go. 14-8 Dresden over South Fulton. You're listening to Star 95.1 Sports.
Fall has arrived at Southern Grace Boutique and Gifts in Dresden. As always, you can find the latest fashion trends, including waterproof 14-karat filled Aaron Gray jewelry and new designs. You know those chunky beaded necklaces you've been seeing on TikTok? You'll find them there, with new fashions from your favorite brands, along with cute accessories to coordinate. Southern Grace has brand new Tennessee game day attire arriving daily. Southern Grace is now carrying FDJ fashions as well. Don't miss a thing. Stop by Southern Grace on Highway 22 in Dresden today.
Star 95.1 Sports.
30 seconds to go in the first half. South Fulton takes the timeout to set up an important 1st and 10 to see if they can get 34 yards into the end zone. They're trailing Dresden 14-8. This is the Reelfoot Conference Championship game and homecoming for South Fulton. Dresden, the visiting team. Both teams 4-0, looking to be the champions of the Reelfoot Conference tonight, last game of the season.
South Fulton at 6-0 on the year. Dresden is 5-1. Dresden last won the Reelfoot Conference Championship in 2022. South Fulton's last conference championship was in 2020. This is the fourth year of the conference championship game as it was instituted back in 2021. Here we go on first down as Brady Parnell picked up the first down on that fourth down play with a run, and Parnell will take the snap on this first down play with 30 seconds remaining before halftime. Dowdy in motion left to right, and Dowdy is going to run. He's looking for the corner. Dowdy to the 30, cuts out to around the 26-yard line, and so a pickup of about 4 for Parker Dowdy.
Biggest run for Dowdy other than the 10-yard carry that he had in the first drive. Another timeout for South Fulton to stop the clock at 22 seconds. We'll take another 30-second break. You're listening to Star 95.1 Sports.
Hello, I'm Susan Malone, President of the Citizens Bank. Every day, local community banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us as we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's going to college, opening a business, or purchasing your first home, the Citizens Bank is there for you. We want to be your lender in helping to make your dreams a reality. Stop by and see us at any of our branches located in Hickman, Fulton, or Union City. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Star 95.1 Sports.
South Fulton had 24 yards of total offense in the first quarter, and on this drive, they have 44 yards of offense. This will be the 10th play of the drive, but the clock is winding down here in the first half. 22 seconds remaining before intermission, and Dresden leads South Fulton 14-8. Red Devils will have it when we resume play in a moment. 2nd and 3 at the Dresden 27-yard line.
This is a big play here for South Fulton. 2nd and 3 to go.
Here's the quarterback, Parnell, with Allen in the backfield. He fakes the handoff, is going to drop back, pass into the end zone, is going to be intercepted.
Wow.
Pass is intercepted by Dresden's David Odell. The intended receiver for South Fulton on the play was Jacob Cooley. And Josh, I want you to describe what you saw there as Odell just got better position than the receiver and picks it off.
Yeah, Parnell was hit as he threw, so it was underthrown, and the receiver, number 5, what was his name? I'm sorry.
Cooley.
Cooley just didn't have the ability to come back to the ball, and great job there by David Odell to steal it away from him and get that interception in the end zone. So this is going to be the last play, and Dresden's going to go in unless there's this freak issue here. They're going to be the leaders at the half.
Spalding back to pass. Pressure. Gets away. And he's coming around the left corner, left side, and is going to be pushed out of bounds, out past the 25-yard line and around the 27. And we have a penalty marker on the play back near the line of scrimmage.
And it's going to probably be against the Dresden Lions.
1 second remains on the clock here in the second quarter following that play. As it stands, it would have been a gain of 7 yards.
Yeah, Ethan wanted to pass the ball, try to see if they could get a quick strike downfield. Haven't seen much of that yet tonight for the Dresden Lions, but they are going to go into the locker room with the lead.
And that's one takeaway from this first half, that the South Fulton defense has pushed Dresden perhaps out of what they wanted to do, their game plan, and that is that they like to pass the football. The penalty is going against Dresden. 2 penalties, in fact, we're told.
Well, this is going to be an interesting play here. It's
holding and personal foul. So one was declined. The ball is moved back inside the 10 at the 9-yard line, or just shy of the 10, and Dresden will have one play or one snap with 1 second left, and they do, and we'll just run out the clock here in the first half. Well, we've played 2 quarters. Nope, we have a timeout on the field. They fooled me.
Okay.
Thought that was it, but no, we're going to have one more snap, and we'll keep it here as we're just shy of halftime with 1 second left. The score, Dresden 14, South Fulton 8.
You know, I tell you what, I'm not seeing a lot of offense for Dresden. They were really helped out on that one drive where they scored by the penalties for South Fulton. They only have about I mean, check it here for me. I only see about 12 yards of total offense. You may have a couple more rushes, but Dresden has been very fortunate to take advantage of some penalties for South Fulton.
You had how many?
I had about 12.
I had 15. That's
okay, so
enough.
It's close enough. Yeah. So that is not a lot. South Fulton has 77 total yards. I'm sure I'm a little off on that too, but close enough. And so South Fulton statistically should be more in the lead, but Dresden taking advantage with the lucky breaks that have come their way. I think the Coach Ritz is just trying to make sure they don't make a mistake deep into their own territory to try to close this out with 1 second to go in the first half.
Great observation. Want everything to go smoothly on the exchange from the center to the quarterback. We'll see if they take a knee or if they decide to run a play with 1 second left here before halftime. Here's the snap. Spalding drops back. Pass is complete.
Wow.
He pitches it at the 15, to the 20, to the 25, 30, 35, makes a move, still on his feet, and is brought down just beyond the 35-yard line at the 36, and that will run out the second quarter in the first half of this championship game. Well, it's been an entertaining one so far. At halftime of the Reelfoot Conference Championship game, middle school action tonight, it's Dresden 14, South Fulton 8. We'll have stats, highlights, and more coming up when we return in 3 minutes on Star 95.1 Sports.
Fulton Funeral Home has been serving the people of Dresden and surrounding counties since 1915. Allison and Scotty Brewer, as well as Ronnie Sellers and Katie Baragi, aim at maintaining their tradition of personal attention to a family's needs in time of sorrow. Fulton Funeral Home's well-trained and licensed personnel are always ready to serve with sympathy and understanding. For complete funeral services, as well as pre-funded funerals, call Fulton Funeral Home in Dresden at 731-364-3101.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights, we switch TV channels, some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Tim Britt, right here in Fulton, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Tim and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Tim Britt, it's easy to switch and save. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The City of Dresden and Mayor Mark Maddox, along with the Dresden City Aldermen, take this time to honor and salute the Dresden Junior High Lions for earning a trip to the Reelfoot Championship game. Dresden is proud of your accomplishments and commends you for your school pride, sportsmanship, and great team efforts in representing the City of Dresden at the highest level. Congratulations, Dresden Junior High Lions, from the City of Dresden and the City Board.
Collisions are unexpected, but there's one thing that can be expected, and that's the trusted, reliable service of Greenfield Collision to get your vehicle back in great condition. Whether it's unibody, frame repair, headlight repair, or a new paint job, Bradley and his team at Greenfield Collision in Greenfield pay attention to every detail. They also work directly with all major insurance companies. Stop by Greenfield Collision on South Meridian Street or call 235-0076 for an appointment today.
Just imagine, you begin your weekend DIY project and you open your toolbox to find everything you need on the first try. That's what it's like when you visit Builder Supply in South Fulton. With Builder Supply tool rentals, you can get your hands on the tools and equipment you need to do the job right every time. Yard work and landscaping, home renos, building a deck, or even a kid's treehouse. See the folks at Builder Supply in South Fulton to rent exactly what you need. Builder Supply in South Fulton, your official do-it-best rental center.
State Representative Tandy Darby understands the importance of the student athletes and team mentality. Tandy Darby was a student athlete in high school, and he graduated from the University of Tennessee at Martin with an ag business degree. Tandy knows it takes dedication and determination to be successful in both the classroom and on the court and field. That's why Representative Tandy Darby is proud to recognize and support our student athletes and commends them for their hard work and dedication as they strive to be the very best at all they do.
Star 95.1 Sports.
We're at halftime of the Reelfoot Conference Championship game tonight in Big Red Country at South Fulton. And the Dresden Lions lead South Fulton at the break 14-8. Josh is going to have halftime stats in a moment. But we're glad that you're with us tonight for this special presentation of middle school football. Thanks so much to all of our sponsors for their support of the broadcast. And we're glad to be here with you for a big football game tonight between these two teams. And we'll do it again tomorrow night for high school football with 4 games on our family of stations, including Greenfield here at South Fulton on Star 95.1. Justin Jones and I will be doing the game. Hope you'll join us for that. And over on Mix 101.3, join Paul Tinkle and John Hattler for Westview at Dyersburg, a big Region 7 3A contest tomorrow night on Mix 101.3. Union City is at Dresden, so Lion fans, you can listen to your team tomorrow night on 105.7 The Quake, a region game. Homecoming festivities, I understand, will be held before the game as they were postponed from a few weeks ago. And Crockett County will be at Obion Central on 104.9 KYTN. So that's the high school football lineup for tomorrow night. Gleason will also be traveling to Lake County and Fulton County at Caverna, and that's what's coming up tomorrow night. Josh, you have the numbers on these two teams for the first half.
Yeah, numbers are not super impressive, but statistics nonetheless for the Dresden Lions. They were pretty anemic on offense until that last play. Ethan Spalding was 2 for 5 for 32 total yards, and we are marking Caden Mount as the receiver on both of those receptions, 1 for 5 yards and 1 for 27. On that last play of the game, it was actually a catch and lateral, but it was on the far side of the field. We're having a hard time seeing the numbers for Dresden. Not sure who that was that got the lateral or really the pass, but 32 total yards from the air. Caden Mount with 3 rushes for 18 yards. Ethan Spalding with 2 rushes, one of those a sack for -5, and so they have 13 yards on the ground for 45 total yards. They were really aided with the penalties in this second quarter and got close to the goal line for the score, and so their statistics reflect that. Penalties, they had 4 penalties for 35 yards, no turnovers. Drive summaries, the first drive started the game and resulted in a punt. Their second drive resulted in actually it wasn't a drive, it was a touchdown kickoff return by Cannon Floyd. 2-point conversion was no good by Ethan Spalding. And then Caden Mount had a 12-yard touchdown run in the next drive, and the 2-point conversion was good, and it made it 14-8 Dresden. For South Fulton, Brady Parnell, mainly a runner out of the backfield. He had 2 pass attempts for no yards. And rushing, Bentley Allen had 2 carries for 2 yards. Jaquan Eaton had 3 carries for 6 yards. Brady Parnell is the main back with 10 carries for 58 yards. Parker Dowdy had 4 carries for 11 yards. All of their yardage from the ground, 77 total yards in offense. They had 4 penalties for 40 yards, 2 of them very costly, a pass interference and an unsportsmanlike conduct that really put Dresden in a good spot to score. Their first drive was in really good field position on the line, 21, and they were able to get a 5-yard touchdown run by Brady Parnell. The 2-point conversion was good by Jaquan Eaton. And then the next 2 possessions for South Fulton, one resulted in a turnover on downs, and then that final possession they had in that second quarter was an interception by Dresden Lion defensive back David Odell in the end zone, and it is 14-8 Dresden over South Fulton in this Reelfoot Conference Championship game.
Our broadcast originates from Red Devil Field, and Josh and I are inside Ted Barkley Press Box. Our thanks to Ted Barkley and Scott McFarland, Principal Laura Pitts, Coach Jeremy McFarland, all the great folks here at South Fulton. Always enjoy visiting here at Red Devil Field, as we do all of our fields and venues and arena. Will be in the gyms before long for basketball, but around weekly in Obion County, and we thank them for their hospitality here tonight, and glad to be with you for this Reelfoot Conference Championship game. We will have the trophy presentation and the all-conference teams following the game, so hope you'll stay with us after the conclusion of this one. We're at halftime, and Josh, going back what you talked about with the big difference makers on those 3 scoring plays, when Dresden had it deep in their own territory and punted, maybe a blocked punt, somebody got a hand on it, punt went up, came right back down. South Fulton got it at the line, 21-yard line, and it just took South Fulton 3 plays to score. Red Devils kick off. Dresden returns at about 65 yards for a score. And if Dresden, now they went for 2 and didn't make it, we were at 8-6. And then as you spoke on the penalties that occurred on that next Dresden drive, it only took them 3 plays, but they went 55 yards and ended up scoring on a 14-yard run.
Yeah, both of the scores on actual drives by either team was on pretty short fields. South Fulton on a blocked punt, and then Dresden, the recipient of 30 yards and penalties in 1 play, set them up nicely. So we haven't really seen sustained drives. That's why the statistics are so meager in this first half. I'm interested to see how these teams play in the second half, maybe opening it up the play a little bit, because South Fulton's going to have to find a way to get down the field. Dresden's done a good job in that first half in making 2 drive stops, one on turnover on downs and another one with an interception in the end zone. So kudos to the Dresden defense. And we're coming up on second half. So, Clay, don't we need to take another break?
We do. And on the other side of this break, we'll be back with third quarter action from here in South Fulton and the Reelfoot Conference Championship game tonight. Dresden leading at halftime 14-8 over South Fulton on Star 95.1 Sports.
Fall and Fall Insurance in downtown Fulton is your independent insurance agency, always ready to serve you. Fall and Fall Insurance can help with auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance. Fall and Fall Insurance represents many fine companies and has been insuring those in West Tennessee and Western Kentucky since 1890. Call them at 270-472-1061 or stop by their office at 306 Main Street in Fulton. Get covered. Call Melissa Sellers or Harrison Hawks at Fall and Fall Insurance today.
Come shop name brand living room suits at BB's Furniture and Mattress Gallery. BB's carries brands such as Ashley, Catnapper, Southern Motion, and Flex Steel love seats, sofas, and recliners with power options. Take a seat and raise your legs with the push of a button. Want to watch TV or read in comfort? Easily fix your view with a power adjustable headrest. 0% financing is available with approved credit. Get low prices every day with financing available at BB's Furniture and Mattress Gallery on Main Street in Martin.
I know some of you may have never been in a car accident, but for those that have, you know the grand experience of having to get several estimates and what a headache that can be. So if you want a high-quality insurance repair or even an old-school restoration with 100% customer satisfaction, go to JR's Body Shop in South Fulton. They're just off Highway 45 East, where no job is too big or too small. They get the work that you want done right the first time, and they greatly appreciate every single customer at JR's Body Shop in South Fulton.
In 1909, the first refreshing Coca-Cola was bottled in Union City, a tradition that's been continued by the Graham family for generations. Union City Coca-Cola is as woven into the fabric of our community as the streets we drive on, proudly supporting endeavors through the years, such as the Hometown Walk of Hope, the Soybean Festival Kids Day, Obion County Chimes for Charity, the Martin Parks and Recreation Easter Egg Hunt, and so much more. The staff of Union City Coca-Cola wants to thank you for supporting Coca-Cola and our hometown communities.
Hello, Red Devil fans. This is Dr. Michael Hawks from Hawks Family Dentistry. Dr. Victoria Graves and I would like to say good luck to the Red Devils football team. All of us here at Hawks Family Dentistry are proud supporters, and we are here cheering you on. I encourage everyone to show your pride and support for our Red Devils football team. Congratulations and go Big Red.
Principal Laura Pitts, the faculty, staff, and students of South Fulton Middle School would like to say good luck to the Red Devils football team. Play with heart, stay focused, and remember the entire South Fulton Middle School staff is cheering for you every step of the way. Give it your all and show them what South Fulton Red Devil pride is all about. Good luck, Red Devils, from everyone at South Fulton Middle School.
Star 95.1 Sports.
The opening kickoff of the second half going to South Fulton is fielded by Parker Dowdy, and he returns it from his own 25 past midfield and into Dresden territory to the 43-yard line. So a great kick return by Dowdy to set the Red Devil offense up for its first possession here in the third quarter.
Yeah, great job. Really not touched by a defender until he got across the 50-yard line. So great opportunity for South Fulton to even things up.
Pretty much just went right up the football field. Now on first down, the snap goes to Dowdy. The handoff does anyway, and he's past the 40 to around the 37-yard line.
Good pickup on first down on an off tackle to the left. 6 or 7 yard carry, setting up 2nd and 3 or 4.
Dowdy's going to be credited with 6 yards on the run, so it's 2nd and 4 Red Devils, ball at the Dresden 37. Just underway here in this third period, and Dresden leading South Fulton 14-8.
Yeah, but South Fulton's got the time of possession game. They have been owning time of possession in this game so far.
Good point. They certainly have had the longer sustained drives. Snap to Parnell. Parnell is going to try to get away from one defender, does, but then he's brought down by a group of Lions past the 35 to around the 33-yard line. Should be near the first down marker, and he is. Give Parnell a first down on the carry.
That's his 11th carry of the night. He's the main statistical contributor for South Fulton, 63 yards of offense for the quarterback, Brady Parnell.
The game plan has shaken out much as we expected for South Fulton as they primarily run the football. Maybe not the numbers that we've seen throughout the season, but the Red Devils have still been getting it done, and most of it has been coming from the quarterback, Parnell.
Dresden's had some good pursuit defense to keep them honest within the sticks, so that's a pretty good job by Dresden so far.
I've been impressed with the way both defenses have played in this game. On first down, it's going to be Parnell again. He's going to run it right up the middle to the 30, to the 25, and around the 20-yard line. They'll say he's down at the 23, but a good run of 10, maybe 11 yards, and another South Fulton first down.
It's right up the gut. Not any good tackles there by Dresden. Parnell was able to get all the way to first down territory on the 22-yard line, and they're marching down the field. They've had 2 first downs now, and it's looking like they may have been able to get right back into this game.
Red Devils have looked good so far on the 3 plays in this opening drive of the third quarter. 5:50 to go in the third. Dresden leading 14-8, but South Fulton has the ball at the Lion 22, and the Red Devils are threatening. Here's Parnell taking the snap. Handoff straight ahead is going to be Dowdy, and Dowdy to the 15 and around the 11-yard line. Dowdy for a South Fulton first down.
Yeah, another 11-yard carry there for Dowdy. That's an off tackle to the left, and some really good run designs here for South Fulton. They've really not been stopped so far, and Dresden's going to have to bow back here in the scoring zone. It's first and 10 on the 12.
South Fulton has had runs of 4, and then back-to-back 11-yard runs on this drive. Now the ball's at the Lion 12, and it's first and 10 South Fulton. Backs on either side of Parnell this time, but he's going to keep it. He's going to go around, tackle to the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Devils.
Dresden had a tackler that was about ready to get him on the shoestrings, but just not able to wrap up, and so Parnell breaks the tackle and was untouched into the end zone. It's a tie ball game, Clay.
He was untouched certainly as he went into the end zone. He got beyond the grasp of that defender, as you described so well, but South Fulton scores to tie this game at 14 with 5:07 left in the third quarter. Now the Red Devils will line up for the 2-point conversion. Cavati Miller is out there as a receiver. He's going to line up to the left side. Cooley to the right. Back on either side of Parnell. He's going to keep it. He's going to fall forward near the goal line, and he is short. So South Fulton scores but misses on the 2-point conversion, and we remain tied. Timeout on the field with 5:07 remaining in the third quarter. It's now South Fulton 14, Dresden 14, and we'll return in 30 seconds on Star 95.1 Sports.
Fall has arrived at Southern Grace Boutique and Gifts in Dresden. As always, you can find the latest fashion trends, including waterproof 14-karat filled Aaron Gray jewelry and new designs. You know those chunky beaded necklaces you've been seeing on TikTok? You'll find them there, with new fashions from your favorite brands, along with cute accessories to coordinate. Southern Grace has brand new Tennessee game day attire arriving daily. Southern Grace is now carrying FDJ fashions as well. Don't miss a thing. Stop by Southern Grace on Highway 22 in Dresden today.
Star 95.1 Sports.
Good response by South Fulton to even things up 14-all as it is 5:07 to go in this third quarter. Dresden about to receive for their first drive of the second half.
Red Devils score in 5 plays. They go 43 yards in 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Capped off by the 12-yard Brady Parnell run. The 2-point conversion try failed, and we are tied at 14. And interesting here, as Dresden has no one beyond the 30-yard line practically, as Parnell kicks it. He does kick it short. It's going to be fielded at the 42, and the receiver, the return man, is picked up and spun to the ground.
That's why they didn't have anybody back, Clay, because it was basically an onside kick pooched into the second level of the kickoff return unit for Dresden. And it is looks like forward progress. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 45 for Dresden.
South Fulton took the chance, but Dresden was expecting a good tackle, but the return got all the way out to the Lion 45-yard line, and that's where Dresden will have the ball for its first possession here in the third quarter. Tied at 14.
Let's see if Dresden can sustain a drive. They really haven't done it all night. Ethan Spalding has been known for his passing ability. I'd like to see that on display on this drive.
Spalding takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff around the right side to midfield, still on his feet, out around the 45-yard line, near a first down. And Caden Mount was the ball carrier.
Yeah, Caden Mount, all the offense on rushing so far, and that was a great reverse sweep by the Dresden offense coming out of a slot position. Caden Mount with 9 yards and second down and 1.
A lot of movement in that Dresden backfield. He did pick up 9 yards. That'll be second down. Second and 1.
I'd try to see if I can get one way down the field with it. 2nd and 1 here. They're going to run it.
Handoff is going to go to the ball carrier, and he gets to the 45, out maybe to the 44, but no more than that. As John Reese Allman carry the ball. He does get the first down, though. He got a yard that the Lions needed to move the chains.
It was a quick handoff. He got past the sticks to get that first down, and good tackle by South Fulton, but their drive continues now into South Fulton territory. Ethan Spalding yet to pass the ball on this opening drive of the second half. Might dial one up right now.
Coach Ritz may go deep on this one. Spalding is going to drop back. He passes over to the right side. It's going to be incomplete. Off the hands, off the fingertips, in fact, of the intended receiver.
Going to try to see who that intended receiver was.
Kenneth Floyd is the intended receiver that time.
Floyd was slowing down to get under that pass. He had it in his hands. I don't know if he took his eyes off of it to make a move, but was unable to collect it into a reception, and it's 2nd and 10. Ethan Spalding, good throw. Now they got 2nd and 10, though, in South Fulton territory on the 43-yard line.
3:53 remaining in the third quarter in a tie game at 14-all. Dresden and South Fulton Lions with the handoff. This is to Mount, and he moves forward, and he runs for a Dresden first down.
Hey, Caden Mount is great for an 8th grader, cutting and finding some space, getting into the secondary and the linebacker level of the defense. That first drive didn't look like they were going to get much yardage from the ground, but they have really done a good job in this drive. All of the yardage so far, sustained drive on rushes. So good job by Dresden offense.
That was a 10-yard run, and it was pretty much up the middle of the field, though he did have some cuts and moves that allowed him to pick up that first down. Now the ball's at the 33-yard line. Mount will get the handoff again up the middle. He's carrying Red Devil defenders to the 30-yard line. And so a gain of 3, maybe 4 here to the 29.
As continuing going north and south, Caden Mount, and that's what you want if you're going to do a run drive. If you can get 4 to 5 yards a carry, that's going to mean a first down after 3. So good job by Mount. He's got 6 carries now for 41 yards. He also has 32 yards in receiving. So he's the main target for yardage for Dresden in this game so far.
Colton Sykes is in the ball game to play on the defensive line for the Red Devils. And the teams come to the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 6 Dresden, ball at the Red Devil 29. This time, it's going to be a run again, and he's going to be stopped for no gain right there at the 29-yard line.
That was Allman trying to get the first down, but he really got stopped with no gain. I think they went to the well too many times on that type of a run play. I think it's going to be important for Ethan Spalding and this Dresden offense to find the first down in the air, with it being 3rd down and 6. Got 2 tries at it here on the 30-yard line of South Fulton.
Just under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
It's going to be a false start.
Dresden will be penalized for the false start here. Josh, something we've not spoken about tonight is the great crowd that is here tonight.
Yeah.
On both sides.
A lot of folks standing on the rails of the Dresden visiting bleachers. The bleachers are filled up. Good cheerleading unit there for Dresden, filling up right there around the 50-yard line. And it's a great night for football, and tell you what, the South Fulton stands are filled up too. Great night.
It is a nice night. South Fulton cheerleaders are here as well, and everybody knows what's on the line tonight. It's a conference championship for South Fulton. It would mean that and an undefeated season. Dresden's looking for its 2nd championship in 3 years. The Lions were moved back 5 yards because of the false start, so it's 3rd and 11. Ball at the South Fulton 34-yard line. 1:14 to go in the third. And the handoff, and the ball carrier's wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage and may be pushed for a loss of 1 or 2 back to the 35-yard line.
Trying to see who that was. Might be Allman. Didn't get any yardage again. They're going to be going for it for 4th down, since it's going to be on the 35-yard line.
No gain as we play in the final minute of the third quarter. A big play here for Dresden. 4th and 11. They have it at the South Fulton 34-yard line.
Yeah, I'm going to take a timeout. John Reese Allman's not doing well. We're going to take a break here. You listen to Star 95.1.
Hello, I'm Susan Malone, President of the Citizens Bank. Every day, local community banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us as we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's going to college, opening a business, or purchasing your first home, the Citizens Bank is there for you. We want to be your lender in helping to make your dreams a reality. Stop by and see us at any of our branches located in Hickman, Fulton, or Union City. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Star 95.1 Sports.
Run heavy third quarter. It's already 38 seconds to go only, and it's a tied up ball game, 14-14. Dresden has been driving, but they're faced with a fourth down, 11 yards to go on the 34-yard line of South Fulton out of this timeout.
South Fulton led 8-6 at the end of the first quarter. Dresden scored and went ahead in the second quarter, led 14-8 at halftime. South Fulton evened it up earlier here in the third at 14 all. And now we play in the final minute of this third period with Dresden facing 4th and 11 at the South Fulton 34-yard line. What do you dial up here,
Well,
Josh?
You've been somewhat surprised that they haven't thrown the ball more. Maybe it's because the offensive line's not able to protect Ethan Spalding, but they have no choice. They go 4 outs on the right side. Let's see what happens.
Here's Spalding, back to pass. He fires down the field, has a receiver complete at the 20, to the 15, to the 10, gets by a defender to the 5, stretches to the end zone. Is he in? Touchdown, Dresden.
Wow. What a strike. Ethan Spalding quieting this South Fulton crowd. 35-yard touchdown reception. I'm not sure who caught it. Great job by Ethan Spalding to put it right on the money for the strike and the score. David Odell is the receiver who caught that touchdown to bring it 20-14 Dresden.
Spalding connects with Odell for the score, and now the Lions come to the line of scrimmage for the 2-point conversion attempt. It'll be Spalding on the quarterback keeper, falling forward, and he is stopped short by the South Fulton defense. But a 34-yard pass completed by Dresden. Spalding to Odell gives the Lions a 20-14 lead with 29 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Dresden on top on Star 95.1 Sports.
Fulton Funeral Home has been serving the people of Dresden and surrounding counties since 1915. Allison and Scotty Brewer, as well as Ronnie Sellers and Katie Baragi, aim at maintaining their tradition of personal attention to a family's needs in time of sorrow. Fulton Funeral Home's well-trained and licensed personnel are always ready to serve with sympathy and understanding. For complete funeral services, as well as pre-funded funerals, call Fulton Funeral Home in Dresden at 731-364-3101. Star 95.1 Sports.
After a 34-yard touchdown reception by David Odell from Ethan Spalding, it is 20-14 Dresden over South Fulton in this Reelfoot Conference Championship. Dresden's about to kick off to South Fulton. They had 4 wideouts on that touchdown play, Clay, and they found in the confusion David Odell all alone, and he ran it in, contested into the end zone, but great job on 4th down to convert it for the touchdown.
Here's the kick. It's going to be fielded at the 22-yard line. This is Eaton. Eaton out to the 30, to the 35, stretching and trying to get away from a defender, and finally brought down at the 37-yard line. For Dresden, it was an 8-play, 65-yard scoring drive. Took 4 minutes, 33 seconds, and capped off by that 34-yard pass from Ethan Spalding to David Odell. Dresden leading South Fulton now 20-14, and the Red Devils will have it at their own 36 with 21 seconds left in the third.
See what South Fulton can do to respond. One of the good things for South Fulton on that touchdown by Dresden, they were able to stop Dresden from the 2-point conversion. So if they can just get into the end zone, it's going to be a tie ball game.
Exactly right. So here's Parnell with a back on either side and a receiver to either side. Handoff is going to be Eaton, and he's met immediately. Great penetration that time by the Dresden line.
Yeah.
That was Keelan Adams, along with another teammate up front.
Looked like both tackles for both guards or tackles for the Dresden defense. This is going to be the end of the third quarter, Clay, 20-14. We come back, we'll have fourth quarter action. You're listening to the Star 95.1.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights, we switch TV channels, some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Tim Britt, right here in Fulton, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Tim and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Tim Britt, it's easy to switch and save. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The City of Dresden and Mayor Mark Maddox, along with the Dresden City Aldermen, take this time to honor and salute the Dresden Junior High Lions for earning a trip to the Reelfoot Championship game. Dresden is proud of your accomplishments and commends you for your school pride, sportsmanship, and great team efforts in representing the City of Dresden at the highest level. Congratulations, Dresden Junior High Lions, from the City of Dresden and the City Board.
Star 95.1 Sports.
Start of the fourth quarter, Dresden up 20-14. They stopped South Fulton on the first play of the South Fulton drive, run by Jaquan Eaton for -1 yards. Both of the the defensive tackles did a great job. Darius Barnett, Phoenix Vitale, and Keelan Adams plugging up the middle there for Dresden. And it is now 2nd and 11. South Fulton needs a touchdown right now.
Here's South Fulton coming to the line of scrimmage at the 35-yard line. It's 2nd and 11, as Josh mentioned. 8 minutes to play in this title game. Parnell with a handoff. This is to Eaton. Eaton around the left corner to the 35, to the 40, and pushed out of bounds near midfield out at the 49-yard line. Hard running and a 14-yard gain by Eaton for a South Fulton first down.
There's a slot wide out reverse sweep for South Fulton to the left along the South Fulton sideline, and he was able to get around the end, contain, and get 14 yards. A host of Dresden tacklers was trying to get him down, but Eaton, like Parnell, has some size on him. He's tough to tackle, and they're wanting to lean on that in this vital fourth quarter drive for South Fulton.
Both teams scored back in the third quarter, but both teams missed or failed on their 2-point conversion try, and it's 20-14 Dresden leading. South Fulton near midfield. Parnell with the keeper. Ahead to the 45, 40, 35, 30, and pushed down inside the 30 at the 27-yard line.
Wow, 28-yard run there by Parnell, just kind of up the gut. Nobody wanted to tackle him. And so now South Fulton in business, looking to score. It's on the 27-yard line.
The 28-yard gain gets it to the 28-yard line with 7:35 left in the game. Red Devils trailing by 6, trying to find the end zone to tie things up once more.
Dresden's done a good job in the game of bending but not breaking. They're going to do it again here.
Dresden has come up with some big defensive stops. That's a good point. On first down, Parnell will keep between the tackles to the 25, to the 20. He's plowing forward to the 15. He took one player, and that was for Dresden. Vital for a ride there. Finally brought down at the 15.
Well, Vitale was just trying to hang on and try to get him, wrap him around the knees to get him down after a 14-yard pickup. Brady Parnell, pretty much the South Fulton offense. He's got 129 yards on the ground so far tonight. They're going to probably dial him up all the way to pay dirt if Dresden can't stop him.
1st and 10 here for South Fulton. Ball at the Lion 14-yard line. We're inside of 7 minutes to go in the game. 20-14, Dresden's the score.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start. It was a flinch on the line for South Fulton, backing them up 5 yards.
Not what Coach Jeremy McFarland wants to see there, and I know that penalties have come certainly never a good time, but they've been in inopportune times tonight for the Red Devils. Still, backs them up only 15 here, and it's 1st and 15 for the 19-yard line.
Well, this is shaped up to be a good matchup here, Clay, as it's tight late.
Indeed it is. Parnell looks over the defense, takes the snap. He's going to run it straight up the middle. The 15, and falls forward at the 10-yard line. So a gain of about 9 for the quarterback.
Number 74, Eduardo Vieira, was able to wrap him up, but he kind of rode him down for a 5-yard gain for Brady Parnell. And this is the Brady Parnell drive right now so far, Clay. He has been able to get chunk plays to march them down. 5
plays. I know Eaton ran it on the first, but the last 4, I believe, have been Parnell carries. We'll see if they do it again on 2nd and 6 from the Dresden 10. And indeed, it's going to be Parnell, and he's going to run between the tackles and falls forward again near the 5-yard line. Looks like the 6 is where the ball will be marked.
Parnell just kind of up the gut, riding the offensive line, and once the defenders for Dresden get to him, he's already made some really good progress. This drive has been very impressive on the ground for South Fulton. It's 3rd down and 2.
Red Devils trying to tie it. Dresden leads right now 20-14 with 5 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game. Dresden wants another big defensive stop. Here's Parnell with a back on either side. The snap, Parnell will keep it. He escapes one tackler. He goes forward and runs down to the 2-yard line, maybe to the 1. And we'll give South Fulton.
That was that was a 1st and goal on the 2-yard line, and that was a off-tackle quarterback keeper. He kind of cut it back up the middle, and when he cut it, looked like he was going to be going into the pay dirt, but got tackled on the 2-yard line, so 1st and goal for South Fulton. Time's going to be a factor if they score. It's 4 minutes to go in the game. See what happens here.
Ball rest at the 2-yard line. South Fulton has it 1st and goal. This will be the 8th play of the drive. Parnell awaits the snap, keeps it. He's going to run it. He's going to go between the tackles into the end zone for a South Fulton touchdown. And we are tied at 20 with 4:12 remaining in the game.
Well, that entire drive has been in the 4th quarter. They got it with 21 seconds to go into 3rd, and they've owned the first half of this quarter. And that's the 3rd touchdown for Brady Parnell on the ground, this time for the 2-yard variety. This is a very important 2-point conversion, Clay.
It certainly is. I know South Fulton missed the 2-point conversion the last time they scored. And they did get on the first. They did get it on the first time they scored with Eaton. So they need it here in a tie ball game, 20-all with 4:12 remaining. The Lions, meanwhile, will try to turn them away.
You got to stop Parnell. That's where they're going to it probably.
Parnell, who ran it the last 7 times on that scoring drive, will he get the call again on the 2-point conversion? Man in motion. Parnell is going to keep it. Parnell fights toward the goal line and gets in for the 2-point conversion. So the Red Devils have taken the lead at 22-20 with 4:12 left in the game. South Fulton will kick it to Dresden when we return in 30 seconds on Star 95.1 Sports.
Collisions are unexpected, but there's one thing that can be expected, and that's the trusted, reliable service of Greenfield Collision to get your vehicle back in great condition. Whether it's unibody, frame repair, headlight repair, or a new paint job, Bradley and his team at Greenfield Collision in Greenfield pay attention to every detail. They also work directly with all major insurance companies. Stop by Greenfield Collision on South Meridian Street or call 235-0076 for an appointment today.
Star 95.1 Sports.
4 minutes, 12 seconds to go in this ball game. South Fulton has just taken the lead on 7 consecutive carries by Parnell, and he scored the 2-point conversion. Brady Parnell, basically the offense, and it's 22-20. South Fulton, Dresden with a critical drive here to answer and to retake the lead in this really good Reelfoot Conference Championship game, Clay.
It is shaping up to be an exciting one. South Fulton scores in 8 plays, goes 64 yards in 4 minutes, 9 seconds. Another squib kick is going to be fielded at the 45-yard line by Case West.
Good job by Case West. He's a youngster, and he did the right thing by just falling on it. Great field position for Dresden, 45-yard line to start things off on this all-important drive.
Brady Parnell from 2 yards out on the touchdown run, and Parnell ran it in for the 2-point conversion to give South Fulton a 22-20 lead. Now the Lions have the football with 4:11 remaining in the game. As you can hear, the South Fulton defense is coming alive, or the crowd is coming alive to cheer on its defense. Now for Dresden, Josh, just keep your composure. We've had We've had some good plays tonight. They're going to the air on first down. Spalding down the field is complete at the 35 and is tackled just beyond the 30-yard line, and the catch was made by Caden Mount.
Caden Mount, great concentration. Good job by Ethan Spalding in the face of a defender trying to sack him, and they have marched it all the way down in one play to the South Fulton 28-yard line.
That's a pickup of 27 yards on the connection from Spalding to Mount.
South Fulton fans went from excitement and really trying to cheer on their defense. Now they're concerned. 3 minutes and counting, 3 minutes and 45 seconds, and Dresden threatening at the end of this game.
Clock certainly a factor now, 3:35 and rolling. Dresden has it 1st and 10 at the Red Devil 28. Handoff is going to be to Mount. Mount cuts it inside at the 25. Down near the 20-yard line to the 21 is where they will mark it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And after a couple of runs by Caden Mount that did not result in a lot of yards in that first drive of the game, he has really shown how he's able to avoid tackles, go north to south, and get quick yardage. It's 2nd down and 3 on the 21-yard line.
Nice gain of 7. So with the Reelfoot Conference Championship on the line, South Fulton scored a moment ago to go ahead 22-20. Will Dresden respond here under 3 minutes left? Lions have it at the Red Devil 21. Here's the snap, and the give is to Mount, and Mount is going to spin his way to the 15 and down to the 13-yard line.
Another great run by Mount, just slicing through the middle of the defense of South Fulton, and it is now 1st and 10 to go. It is on the 13-yard line. They're calling it on the 14. 8-yard carry there for Caden Mount.
Another gain of 7 or 8. Couple of changes on the offensive personnel for Dresden.
What a response for Dresden to get down to this moment. It's 2 minutes to go in the game.
The 27-yard pass completion on first down got the Lions going. Then back-to-back runs of 7 yards to move the ball down to the South Fulton 14-yard line, and we have 2 minutes to play in this game. Movement.
It's going to back them up
front, and this penalty is going against the Lions.
Still in a good position. They've done a good job the last 3 plays to march it down the field. 27-yard strike, then a couple of 7-yard carries. So 15 yards are really close to the goal line. They're on the 18-yard line. So really, I mean, it's first down and really 18 to go because it's first down and 15. If you get the first down, you only got 3 more to go.
Ball on the left hash at the 18-yard line. First and 15 now for the Lions. Spalding takes the snap and the give, and he's at the 15, to the 10, to the 5, end zone, touchdown. This is Caden Mount.
Wow.
And Dresden takes the lead with 1:35 left in the game.
Man, he just went off tackle and avoided tackles and outran the defense and got into the end zone with 1 minute and 35 seconds to go. Dresden takes the lead 26-22.
Well, the response was there, and it took 4 plays for the Dresden offense to go down the field, and now Coach Richard Ritz wants to talk about it before the 2-point attempt. With 1:35 remaining in the game, Dresden leads 26-22 as the Lions have just pulled ahead. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Star 95.1 Sports.
Just imagine you begin your weekend DIY project and you open your toolbox to find everything you need on the first try. That's what it's like when you visit Builder Supply in South Fulton. With Builder Supply tool rentals, you can get your hands on the tools and equipment you need to do the job right every time. Yard work and landscaping, home renos, building a deck, or even a kid's treehouse. See the folks at Builder Supply in South Fulton to rent exactly what you need. Builder Supply in South Fulton, your official do-it-best rental center.
Star 95.1 Sports.
The 22, we have a timeout on the 2-point conversion. Coach Ritz is really trying to dial up this extremely important conversion. But right now they only have a 4-point lead, and they want to make sure that if South Fulton were able to march it down the field, they would tie it and have to convert a 2-point conversion to win the game.
Dresden is 1 out of 3 on 2-point conversion tries tonight.
2 of the times they did not get in was a quarterback sneak. It does not look like they're going to try it this time.
There is a receiver to the near side, and they're going to the air. Spalding now, he's going to be sacked. He was looking toward the end zone, and he was brought down, so the 2-point conversion will be no good, and the Dresden lead remains 4.
Yeah, we had 1 minute and 35 to go. Spalding was trying to find somebody in the end zone, just did not have enough time to do anything with it. South Fulton, good job on the rush and swallowed him up for a no good on the conversion. So now Dresden really needs to do a good job to kick this further into South Fulton territory. South Fulton has been able to return a couple of good kickoffs to get into some good field position. You've got Eaton and Parnell in the second level of the kickoff return. They're going to be the ones that are going to probably receive this. Tough to tackle, so they're looking to get a good return and set them up for a 1 minute and 35-second march down the field. And if they get into pay dirt, they're going to win the game.
Allen and Miller will be back deep if the ball makes it that far.
It ain't going to make it that
for
far.
South Fulton.
They're decoys. It's going to be either Parnell or Eden.
I suspect you're right. Dresden prepares for the kickoff as both teams are back on the field. Dresden scored in 4 plays, went 55 yards in 2 minutes, 36 seconds. The big play was the 27-yard pass completion, but the scoring play was a 14-yard run by Caden Mount. So here we go. Dresden 26, South Fulton 22, 1 minute 35 left in the game. The kick is away for Dresden, and it is going to the second level, and this is going to be Eaton who has it at the 30, to the 35. He's loose. He takes on a defender at midfield to the 45-yard line.
Great tackle by Caden Mount to save the touchdown at around the 50-yard line. He met Eaton full speed, took the hit, got down, wrapped up. Eaton kind of gimpy out of the tackle, so great job by Mount saving the momentum from South Fulton to to get all the way down closer. They're on the 45-yard line of Dresden, but they've got 1 minute and 27 seconds to go to win this game.
Not a great job with the stop, but what a return there by Eaton. On 1st and 10 for the Red Devils, Parnell is going to run the ball. He goes up the middle and falls forward to around the 41-yard line, so it'll be a pickup of 4.
That's Parnell's 19th carry. He's got 145 yards. They got a rush. It's a minute and 14 seconds and clicking.
Clock is running now.
They've got all 3 timeouts. I don't know what they're waiting on here.
Red Devils trail by 4 to the line. And a full backfield, Parnell, and he's going to run again around the left end to the 40, to the 35, and goes out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line. Or just shy of the 25, I should say, at the 27-yard line. Pickup of 14 by Parnell, and that gives South Fulton a first down and stops the clock with 54 seconds remaining in the game.
Most importantly, they got out of bounds and stopped the clock, so it's 1st and 10 on the 27-yard line, and that's a big play. Gets them into a reasonable ability with Parnell's weight and speed to carry the offense with a chunk play here to try to get into the end zone.
Wilson to the right, Barkley to the left as receivers. Backs to the right, Parnell will run. Parnell will go up the middle, past the 25, near the 20-yard line. He's going to be stood up there.
Timeout for South Fulton, their first of the half. So we're going to see a lot of timeouts tonight. Do you want to let's do a commercial break on this one. You're listening to Star 95.1.
State Representative Tandy Darby understands the importance of the student athletes and team mentality. Tandy Darby was a student athlete in high school, and he graduated from the University of Tennessee at Martin with an ag business degree. Tandy knows it takes dedication and determination to be successful in both the classroom and on the court and field. That's why Representative Tandy Darby is proud to recognize and support our student athletes and commends them for their hard work and dedication as they strive to be the very best at all they do.
Star 95.1 Sports.
Game on the line, 47 seconds to go at the timeout. First of 3 timeouts used by South Fulton. It's 26-22 Dresden for the Reelfoot Conference Championship. South Fulton, we're probably going to assume, is going to be making a play, calling a play. If they don't get into the end zone, they'll call another timeout. They got 2 more to burn. 2nd and 5 on the 22-yard line. The 20. It's the 22-yard line. So this is a important play here, Clay.
2nd and 5 here. Parnell waits for the snap. Eaton in motion. The give is to Eaton. He's coming to the left side. Eaton's going to cut it up to the 20 and going to be tackled there. On the stop for Dresden, Carson Jackson.
They are going to make another timeout. This is the 2nd timeout.
Gain of 1 on the play, so it'll be 3rd and 4.
Really good job by the Dresden defense stretching that play out, not allowing them to break, contain, get outside of the quarterback and the defensive end. They strung it out, but most importantly, they kept Eaton in bounds to make South Fulton burn a timeout. So now they've only got 1 more to go, 33 seconds, and it's only on the 21-yard line. So it's doable, but South Fulton only has 1 more timeout to use. So great job by the Dresden defense there on that 2nd down play.
Dresden also has 1 timeout remaining. With Josh Moore, Tessa Snyder is our studio engineer. This is Clay Cottom, and we're glad that you're with us. This football game is coming down to the wire with 33 seconds remaining in the game. Dresden 26, South Fulton 22.
Something tells me Dresden's not going to use that timeout.
Red Devils, I don't think so either, but thought it was worth mentioning.
It was worth mentioning.
Red Devils have the football at the Dresden 21-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and 4 when we return to play. Allen is in the backfield, as is Dowdy, with quarterback Parnell and a receiver either side. Eaton comes in motion again, and the handoff is to Eaton, and Eaton's going to throw it. He has a man wide open at the end zone. Is caught for a South Fulton touchdown. 29 seconds remaining in the game, and South Fulton goes ahead 28-26.
Jacob Cooley all alone. Eaton, it was a trick play. He got the handoff. Cooley all the way down the field, nobody near him. and it was a halfback, tailback pass, trickeration, and the lead 28-26 with 29 seconds to go.
And maybe set up too because Eaton got the carry on the previous play. But that time, he did get the handoff and then threw it down the field. Cooley was wide open in the end zone. That's Jacob Cooley who makes the touchdown reception and gives South Fulton a 28-26 advantage with 29 seconds remaining in the game.
What a dial-up by McFarland out of the timeout. Dagger for Dresden. Great play, South Fulton.
Still time left, but here are the Red Devils for the two-point conversion try. Handoff to Parnell, or the snap to Parnell, and Parnell runs forward, and Parnell's into the end zone for the two-point conversion.
That makes it a 4-point game. Dresden going to need to do something special to win this game. They do have a kickoff return for a touchdown in the first half, so it has been done already. South Fulton needs to still be wary. They have not won the game yet.
29 seconds remaining. It's South Fulton 30, Dresden 26. And we'll return to finish the game on Star 95.1 Sports in 30 seconds.
Fall and Fall Insurance in downtown Fulton is your independent insurance agency, always ready to serve you. Fall and Fall Insurance can help with auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance. Fall and Fall Insurance represents many fine companies and has been insuring those in West Tennessee and Western Kentucky since 1890. Call them at 270-472-1061 or stop by their office at 306 Main Street in Fulton. Get covered. Call Melissa Sellers or Harrison Hawks at Fall and Fall Insurance today.
Star 95.1 Sports.
29 seconds to go in the game. It's 30-26 after an amazing play dialed up by McFarland. The running back throw to Cooley from Eaton. Now South Fulton getting the instructions from Coach McFarland. They don't want to see a kickoff return touchdown.
South Fulton scores in 4 plays, goes 45 yards in 58 seconds, and that touchdown, we'll check it. It might have been Dowdy to Cooley for the 29 yards, or 22 yards, I should say, and the Red Devils score.
That's the only pass play completed in the game for South Fulton.
Here's the kick, and it's going deep. It's going to take a bounce at the 25 to the 20, and going to be fielded there by Dresden. It comes out on the return, and it's going to be stopped shy of the 20-yard line. This on the return for the Lions is Caden Mount.
Well, they didn't really have anybody back deep. That was a great kick by South Fulton, and it's backing Dresden up on this important with 24 seconds to go. They're on their own 19-yard line. Need a miracle play here if you're Dresden. I think Dresden scored too quickly on that last drive that gave them just enough time for South Fulton to come back and have a great drive to take the lead.
3 seconds have been added to the clock here, so 27 seconds remain in the game. The score, South Fulton 30, Dresden 26. Lions on first down, Spalding. The pass in the flat is complete to the 25. He's still on his feet to the 30, to the 35. First down and then some to the 40-yard line.
I think they're going to use the timeout. Coach Ritz is emphatically using that timeout. I guess my prediction was wrong. What a play. Gets them into striking distance, still in their own territory. 15 seconds to go. Great play. Who was that to? Do you know who that pass was to?
Not see who made the catch.
I'm going to give it
but
to
it was a big
Mount.
one.
How many yards was that, Clay?
That was a 23-yard pass completion. And when the Lions needed it to move the football down the field, 15 seconds now remaining as Dresden takes its final timeout.
Well, this has been fun, Clay. My goodness.
It has.
Middle school for the win. I'd say both sets of fans will be pleased with the night tonight with the Reelfoot Conference Championship.
And we've seen a great effort put forth by both of these teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
They really have played with a lot of heart and put it all on the line. They know what's at stake tonight, and the fans have certainly seen an exciting game. And we've been back and forth, and now it's coming down like you would hope it would.
Yeah, Ethan Spalding, I think, has a chance here. You can probably get a quick strike, get out of bounds, get into South Fulton territory, and then give Coach Ritz, the chance to dial up a trick play of their own. Let's see what happens here. Ball on the 42-yard line of Dresden Lions. They've got 58 yards to go before they can pull off a miracle.
South Fulton is going to drop Deshaun Edwards back in coverage on 1st and 10 for the Lions from their own 42-yard line. 15 seconds left in the game. South Fulton leads 30-26. Lions need a score here in the next 15 seconds. Spalding down the field, incomplete. Stretching out for it was David Odell on the near side. Just a little too much on the pass that time by Spalding, and the clock stops with 9 seconds left.
They were going for a wide out to Odell, and he just couldn't get both hands on it. And he was going to get tackled immediately, which would have ended the game. So to be honest with you, it's probably better that he dropped it or didn't complete it. Even though they've got 58 yards to go, at least they have another chance for a play.
Good point, because he was just inside the South Fulton 45-yard line. Now it's 2nd and 10 Lions at the 42-yard line with 9 seconds left. To the line. Spalding drops back to pass across the middle, and now a handoff. He's at the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. This is Caden Mount to the 15, to the 10. He's going to be tackled as time expires inside the 10-yard line at the 8. And that's the way the ball game will finish. Dresden comes up 8 yards short on the final play of the game, and South Fulton wins tonight the Reelfoot Conference Championship over the Lions 30-26.
What a play. It was kind of a slant pass complete. We don't know who caught it, but then they lateraled it to Caden Mount, and he almost took it to the house. South Fulton fans are elated. What a play to finish it off. He almost made it work. Great dial up there. They did it towards the end of the first half, and they tried it again at the end of the second half, coming up 8 yards short to make the victory for Dresden. But what a play, what a game for both. Congratulations, South Fulton winners of the Reelfoot Conference.
Well, we can honestly say that this game came down to the final play, and for Dresden, how many defenders did Caden Mount get by to even make it to the 8-yard line? But then the Red Devils came up with a play when they needed it to seal the win.
They had 5 guys on him to try to finally take him down. Great sportsmanship here displayed, both teams lining up on the 50-yard line to say congratulations to each other. Clay, this has been fun.
It has been. And there's more coming up. We'll have final stats. We'll also have the All Reelfoot Conference Championship Awards and more here from South Fulton. In this conference championship game tonight, the South Fulton Red Devils are winners, and they finish the year undefeated at 7-0, the final score. And an exciting contest tonight. South Fulton 30, Dresden 26 will return in 3 minutes on Star 95.1 Sports.
It's not every day you come across quality furniture combined with everyday low prices. BB's Furniture and Mattress Gallery aims to make furniture affordable for everyone. Come check out our selection of furniture or visit our online store from the comfort of your home. Finding all the furniture for your home has never been this easy. Whether you're looking for sectionals for your living room, benches for your dining room, a group for your bedroom, or a desk for your home office, BB's Furniture and Mattress Gallery has got you covered.
I know some of you may have never been in a car accident, but for those that have, you know the grand experience of having to get several estimates and what a headache that can be. So if you want a high-quality insurance repair or even an old-school restoration with 100% customer satisfaction, go to JR's Body Shop in South Fulton. They're just off Highway 45 East, where no job is too big or too small. They get the work that you want done right the first time, and they greatly appreciate every single customer at JR's Body Shop in South Fulton.
In 1909, the first refreshing Coca-Cola was bottled in Union City, a tradition that's been continued by the Graham family for generations. Union City Coca-Cola is as woven into the fabric of our community as the streets we drive on, proudly supporting endeavors through the years, such as the Hometown Welcome Home, the Soybean Festival Kids Day, Obion County Chimes for Charity, the Martin Parks and Recreation Easter Egg Hunt, and so much more. The staff of Union City Coca-Cola wants to thank you for supporting Coca-Cola and our hometown communities.
Hello, Red Devil fans. This is Dr. Michael Hawks from Hawks Family Dentistry. Dr. Victoria Graves and I would like to say good luck to the Red Devils football team. All of us here at Hawks Family Dentistry are proud supporters, and we are here cheering you on. I encourage everyone to show your pride and support for our Red Devils football team. Congratulations and go Big Red.
Principal Laura Pitts, the faculty, staff, and students of South Fulton Middle School would like to say good luck to the Red Devils football team. Play with heart, stay focused, and remember the entire South Fulton Middle School staff is cheering for you every step of the way. Give it your all and show them what South Fulton Red Devil Pride is all about. Good luck, Red Devils, from everyone at South Fulton Middle School.
Fall has arrived at Southern Grace Boutique and Gifts in Dresden. As always, you can find the latest fashion trends, including waterproof 14-karat filled Aaron Gray jewelry and new designs. You know those chunky beaded necklaces you've been seeing on TikTok? You'll find them there, with new fashions from your favorite brands, along with cute accessories to coordinate. Southern Grace has brand new Tennessee Game Day attire arriving daily. Southern Grace is now carrying FDJ fashions as well. Don't miss a thing. Stop by Southern Grace on Highway 22 in Dresden today.
Star 95.1 Sports.
South Fulton defeats Dresden 30-26 in this Reelfoot Conference Championship game. Middle school football action. South Fulton finishes the season undefeated at 7-0. And Josh, a great season too by Dresden, going 5-2 on the year. The Lions lost their first game, now their last game, and had 5 wins in a row in between. And this really was an exciting game tonight.
Yeah, it was a really good game, especially that fourth quarter, back and forth. Dresden had a great score after had South Fulton marching down the field in the first drive of the fourth quarter, making it tied up or taking the lead a little bit. And then Dresden marched it down, scored, left just a little too much time on the clock, gave South Fulton the chance to march down again, take the lead. But then Dresden, great job with only about 30 seconds to go in the game to make it close. They marched it all the way down to the 8-yard line on that wonderful hook and lateral. And Caden Mount almost made it to pay dirt. A very exciting conclusion to this game. Both of these teams, I didn't mention this in the lead-up, but both of these teams boast heavy 8th grade rosters. 14 total 8th graders for South Fulton, 17 for Dresden. So that's one of the reasons why they had such a great season.
Great leadership from the 8th graders on both squads. The coaches talked about that in the pregame, and certainly that's factored into how they've done this year. And should they choose to play football at the high school level, I know that the high school coaches will be excited that all of this talent is coming their way.
Yeah, it's a bright future for both clubs. Dresden's rebuilding on the high school side. South Fulton's got a really good chance to make the playoffs this year in high school. I do notice a bunch of ice on the South Fulton sidelines. I didn't see it, but it seems to me that Coach McFarland had him a Gatorade bath at the end of this game.
He did. I missed some of it, but I think I was able to watch the very end of it. He deserves it as South Fulton wins the first conference championship for the program since 2020. And Dresden, who won the Reelfoot Conference Championship back in 2022, they will finish runner-up this year. We are awaiting the All Reelfoot Conference championship, or the All Reelfoot Conference honors, I should say, to be recognized here at Red Devil Field. And let's go ahead and do stats before we hear
Before
those.
we get the presentations for the visiting Dresden Lions, Ethan Spalding turned it on in the second half. He had 6 completions on 11 tries and had 166 yards in total passing. Most of those to Caden Mount. He had 132 yards in passing. David Odell had a 34-yard touchdown reception, making 166 total yards in receiving for both of the players. Caden Mount also contributed a lot on the ground. He had 9 carries for 73 yards, 2 touchdowns, one a 14-yarder in the first half, and one an 18-yarder in the second half. Ethan Spalding was able to get 3 yards, but also had an 8-yard sack. He ended up with -5 yards. And Allman, coming in for relief, had 3 carries for 3 yards, 71 total yards on the ground, 237 yards in total offense. Had 44 yards in penalties on 6 penalties, no turnovers for Dresden. And then for South Fulton, Brady Parnell was 0 for 3 with an INT, but Dowdy had the game winner. He came out of the backfield as a runner, received the handoff, and got a 21-yard strike to Cooley to win the game. But Brady Parnell had 21 carries for 164 yards on the ground. They had 214 total yards on the ground, 235 yards of total offense, so very similar to Dresden. So great job to both teams. They did have 5 penalties for 45 yards and the interception in the end zone, but South Fulton comes out on top, 30-26 to win the conference.
South Fulton assistant coach Jason Rodehaver just got Gatorade bath himself, so the players didn't want to leave him out, I suppose. And they're doing that here on the sidelines as we await the presentation of the honors tonight, the championship and runner-up trophy. And
you got Principal David Llewellyn out on the 50-yard line assisting with preparing the recognitions, and also I see Coach Hal Blackman for Greenfield talking to Coach McFarland on the sidelines there. He's got a couple of players I think that might be honored in the district, so got some folks from all over the county, the Weakley County, in attendance tonight.
All right, let's get the recognition of the All Reelfoot Conference honors from public address announcer Ted Markley here at South Fulton.
Runner-up team and championship team, along with the all-conference team selections from each school. Presenting the trophy awards tonight will be Mr. David Llewellyn, principal of Dresden Middle School, Ms. Laura Pitts, principal of South Fulton Middle and High School, and Obion County Assistant Director of School, Dr. Greg Barkley. As teams are recognized, please remain on the field for media pictures. The 2024 Reelfoot Conference runner-up trophy goes to the Dresden Middle School Lions.
Dresden Lions walking out to receive the runner-up trophy from Dresden Middle School Principal David Llewellyn. Dresden finishes the year 5-2 overall, and they are runner-up here in the Reelfoot Conference Championship game tonight. Great season by Coach Richard Ritz and the Dresden Lions. As we continue here with our postseason and postgame honors, South Fulton wins it 30-26 over Dresden tonight. The Lions have just received their championship runner-up trophy. Coaching staff, managers, out with the players for a photo here. Dresden finishes runner-up.
Reelfoot Conference Championship trophy goes to the South Fulton Middle School
And the South Fulton Junior Red Devils win the Reelfoot Conference Championship this year, their first since 2020, and the Red Devils complete the perfect undefeated season at 7-0. Congratulations to head coach Jeremy McFarland, assistant coaches Jason Rodehaver and Chuck Surratt, and all of the Red Devils on their conference championship win. And Josh, you know, it's interesting that for the second year in a row, the winner of the Reelfoot Conference has also been undefeated. Greenfield went 8-0 last year and won it, and this year at South Fulton 7-0.
Yeah, Greenfield, great season last year. A lot of those guys graduated up to high school this year. These two teams heavy on 8th grade. That's kind of one of the secrets to success. You have a lot of back and forth with your 8th grade class graduating up, and both teams were lucky to have a large 8th grade class to power them to the championship game. But again, for the second year in a row, undefeated champions, and this time it's the South Fulton Red Devils.
The South Fulton crowd certainly likes the announcement that Ted Markley just made, and that is that the South Fulton softball team, middle school softball team, has won the Obion County Championship tonight.
Wow.
So congratulations to them. So it's been a great night for the Red Devils and Lady Red Devils here at South Fulton, winning a county softball championship and also a conference football championship.
Yeah, double champions tonight. That's pretty cool. That's a great night to play softball, too.
It is.
I tell you what. And you got playoff baseball going on tonight in the majors, so good night for sports.
It certainly is. We'll getting a photo here. They are down on the field of the South Fulton team and coaches.
Wow. Mets just scored 4 runs in the top of the ninth to take the lead. That's a pretty good game.
Wow, it certainly is.
Sorry, I'm checking the score here.
No, that's good. We want to see how that one's going. That's the only game that went Game 3, right, of the wild card.
That's right.
And next we should have the recognition of the all-conference team. So we'll have members of both South Fulton, Dresden, as well as the other schools. Again, the score of this championship game tonight: South Fulton 30, Dresden 26. That's the Red Devils scored with 29 seconds left in the game. It was Parker Dowdy completing a 22-yard pass to Jacob Cooley for the score, and they got the 2-point conversion to win it. And we begin with the all-conference team here.
Also from Gleason is Aldridge. And from Gleason, Connor Blue. From Lake Road, Rob Stover. Lake Road, Jack Goody. Lake Road, Preston Moore. Lake Road, Landon Bragg. From Hillcrest, Peyton Johnson. From Hillcrest, Xander Parnell. From Greenfield, Charles Jones. Greenfield, Tyler Reynolds. Greenfield, Ryder Event. Greenfield, Mason Williams. Greenfield, Brayton Madison. From Greenfield, Anton Rodnar. From Dresden, Anton Spalding. From Dresden, Caden Mount. From Dresden, Phoenix Patel. Carson Jackson. Dresden, Cannon Floyd. Dresden, John Reese Alden. From Dresden, Connor Moorfield. Dresden, David Ogle. Dresden, Landon Kennedy. Dresden, Colt Melton.
The All Reelfoot Conference Awards are being presented here following the championship game. South Fulton defeats Dresden 30-26. We've had players from every member school so far except for South Fulton, and those will be upcoming as a big group of Dresden Lions is out there at midfield right now having their photo taken. For the South Fulton members, it's like about 9 or 10 players on the Dresden team were named to the all-conference team. We'll have the list for you as you hear public address announcer Ted Barkley read out now for South Fulton.
Parker Dowdy. Jaquan Eaton. Corbin Wilson. Jameson Barkley. Brady Parnell. Parker Wilson. And Andrew Crittenden. And now to announce, oh, wait a minute.
We'll have the most valuable offensive and defensive players announced in just a moment after the photo, and there are quite a few, just as there were in Dresden, quite a few Red Devils being recognized as all-conference players as their team wins the championship tonight 30-26 and finishes an undefeated season. We'll have those then recap our scoring and finish up. Got a busy night of high school football tomorrow night on the radio. We'll go over that as well. Now we'll see if we get our most valuable player.
2024 Reelfoot Conference Championship game. Defensive most valuable player goes to number number 24 from Dresden, Caden Mount.
Caden Mount from Dresden being recognized and named the championship game most valuable player on offense. Congratulations to Caden in a great game. Josh, you remember his stats.
Yeah, he's basically the offense for Dresden.
Championship game, offensive most valuable.
That was the defensive MVP.
Goes to South Fulton's number 33, Brady Parnell.
So Brady Parnell gets the offensive MVP. He was basically the offense. Really, both players, the one from Dresden, Caden Mount, and Brady Parnell, were basically the offense for both teams. So Mount is the defensive one, but really kind of co-offensive MVP.
They both had great games. Mount recognized, though, for his defensive play tonight, and Parnell on offense. And those are the all-conference winners for tonight. We will take a 3-minute break, come back, and conclude our broadcast wrap-up here as South Fulton defeats Dresden 30-26, and the Red Devils win the Reelfoot Conference Championship on Star 95.1 Sports.
Hello, I'm Susan Malone, President of the Citizens Bank. Every day, local community banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us as we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's going to college, opening a business, or purchasing your first home, the Citizens Bank is there for you. We want to be your lender in helping to make your dreams a reality. Stop by and see us at any of our branches located in Hickman, Fulton, or Union City. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fulton Funeral Home has been serving the people of Dresden and surrounding counties since 1915. Allison and Scotty Brewer, as well as Ronnie Sellers and Katie Baragi, aim at maintaining their tradition of personal attention to a family's needs in time of sorrow. Fulton Funeral Home's well-trained and licensed personnel are always ready to serve with sympathy and understanding. For complete funeral services, as well as pre-funded funerals, call Fulton Funeral Home in Dresden at 731-364-3101.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights, we switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Tim Britt, right here in Fulton, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Tim and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Tim Britt, it's easy to switch and save. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The City of Dresden and Mayor Mark Maddox, along with the Dresden City Aldermen, take this time to honor and salute the Dresden Junior High Lions for earning a trip to the Reelfoot Championship game. Dresden is proud of your accomplishments and commends you for your school pride, sportsmanship, and great team efforts in representing the City of Dresden at the highest level. Congratulations, Dresden Junior High Lions, from the City of Dresden and the City Board.
Collisions are unexpected, but there's one thing that can be expected, and that's the trusted, reliable service of Greenfield Collision to get your vehicle back in great condition. Whether it's unibody, frame repair, headlight repair, or a new paint job, Bradley and his team at Greenfield Collision in Greenfield pay attention to every detail. They also work directly with all major insurance companies. Stop by Greenfield Collision on South Meridian Street or call 235-0076 for an appointment today.
Just imagine you begin your weekend DIY project and you open your toolbox to find everything you need on the first try. That's what it's like when you visit Builder Supply in South Fulton. With Builder Supply tool rentals, you can get your hands on the tools and equipment you need to do the job right every time. Yard work and landscaping, home renos, building a deck, or even a kid's treehouse. See the folks at Builder Supply in South Fulton to rent exactly what you need. Builder Supply in South Fulton, your official do-it-best rental center.
Star 95.1 Sports.
Welcome back to Red Devil Field inside Ted Barkley Fieldhouse or press box, I should say, at South Fulton, where the South Fulton Red Devils have defeated the Dresden Lions 30-26 tonight in middle school football action in the championship game of the Reelfoot Conference. The Junior Red Devils finished the season at 7-0, undefeated, and win the first conference championship for the program since 2020. Meanwhile, Dresden, a great season as the Lions finish at 5-2, and our runner-up, in fact, John Josh, as you pointed out, Coach Richard Ritz is still talking with his team out on the field. So it's something, with the final game of the season and with so many 8th graders, you're certainly taking a time to reflect on not only this game, but the entire season.
Great coach game by both teams, and Coach Ritz is just telling how much he appreciated this year. Kudos to him and his coaching staff, as well as Coach McFarland and his coaching staff. Both teams played a great game here to finish up middle school play. This is a fun middle school game, Clay.
It was.
Enjoyed it.
Glad you did. Now, we got Ted Barkley, the public address announcer, reading off the Reelfoot Conference Awards, but just in case you missed those, Josh is going to recap those all-conference players right now for you.
Now, these are the all-conference players for the Reelfoot Conference, starting with Gleason Colton Phillips, Keelan Allbritton, and Connor Ballou. For Lake Road, Rob Stover, Jax Moody, Preston Moore, and Landon Bragg. For Hillcrest, Peyton Johnson and Xander Parnell. For Greenfield, Charles Jones, Tyler Reynolds, Ryder Arant, Mason Williams, Braden Madison, and Andon Ridenauer. And for the runner-up, Dresden Lions, Ethan Spalding, Caden Mount, Phoenix Vitale, Carson Jackson, Cannon Floyd, John Reese Allman, Connor Moorfield, David Odell, Landon Kennedy, and Colt Melton. And for the champions, the South Fulton Middle School Red Devils, Bentley Allen, Parker Dowdy, Jaquan Eaton, Corbin Wilson, Jamison Barkley, Brady Parnell, Parker Wilson, and Andrew Crittenden. And the defensive MVP for the conference championship was Caden Mount. And then the offensive MVP was Brady Parnell for South Fulton.
What a game, Josh. South Fulton led 8-6 at the end of the first quarter. Dresden pulled ahead, and the Lions were on top 14-8 at halftime. Dresden led at the end of the third quarter 20-14. And then that fourth quarter, really the last 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes, saw 3 touchdowns, 2 scored by South Fulton and 1 by Dresden. And the Red Devils pulled ahead, and they win it tonight 30-26. High school football tomorrow night on the Thunderbolt radio family of stations. Westview at Dyersburg on Mix 101.3. Paul Tinkle and John Hattler with the call in Dyersburg of a big region game. Justin Jones and I will be right back here at South Fulton as the Red Devils host Greenfield. The Yellow Jackets come to town in Region 7 1A action, and that game will be on this same station, Star 95.1. Hope you'll join us for the broadcast. Dresden fans, the Lions play at home against Union City, and that broadcast will be on 105.7 The Quake. And Obion Central is at home tomorrow night against Crockett County in region action, and the broadcast on 104.9 KYTN. Tessa, we're about to get out of here, and thanks so much for our studio engineer. For you, Tessa Snyder. For Josh Moore, I'm Clay Cottom. An exciting night here at the Reelfoot Conference Championship game at South Fulton. Back at fourth game, and the go-ahead score with 29 seconds left, a 22-yard pass from Parker Dowdy to Jacob Cooley gives the Red Devils, and the two-point conversion gives the Red Devils a 30-26 win in the conference championship game. And South Fulton finishes the year 7-0. Dresden, runner-up, a great season and a wonderful effort tonight as well. The Lions finish 5-2 on the season. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks also to our sponsors for allowing us to bring the broadcast to you tonight. South Fulton beats Dresden 30-26 middle school football in the Reelfoot Conference Championship. And this has been another Thunderbolt Radio sports presentation on Star 95.1.